simple flywheel here from both the Gardener, Magician, and of course the Seer. Seer will be bringing knee-jerk reflex as instead of the borrow time, and we'll just move on straight towards games. This will be round 1 first half between MHX versus Omni here, and it does seem like we're going to move ourselves straight towards Gardener, and that's going to be quite an early teleportation as well.
Yeah, look at them. Look at the decisive action, right? Just going in, teleporting in straight away, just positioning the ethereal form somewhere near, and even Bluff is in the vicinity. So he's trying to disrupt 2 survivors at the same place. Pretty surprised that the Seer has not rotated yet. Well, he's going to do that right now. He's going to go to the graveyard. But Mushin, just trying to buy some time. Lace, he's just going to hit through the bubble, but a pallet stun awaits Mushin right there. But Mushin's just going to shake it off. He's going to go straight to Lace. Lace just putting down the 2 pallets here just to buy a little bit more time, forcing Mushin to break the pallets. And now, infesting Lace. He's going to do that very soon. And Mushin, wow, Lace actually buying a lot of time right here. Only 50% on the fear.
Oh. Yeah, and it seems like the Owl will come out early because if Ivy Revelations while Seer is watching, Seer's Owl will be immediately cancelled. However, right around now, the biggest issue is that Gardener is at 58 stacks. So with the next leech on the Ostracon, we should be able to get 100 stacks ASAP. Right around now, is going to get 100 stack immediately, and that will be quite a fast down. What we would say is that Laze did a very good job early game as well, with the bubble having 60 stacks, forced the 100 stacks to get the hit immediately, and the Pallet Stun. However, during the time in which Seer did also give the Owl to, we could not rotate out and we couldn't get the 100 stack just to refresh it too. So like, the Owl there definitely could have been used a little bit better, or even the Gardener could have maybe maneuvered a little bit better. But with this in mind, it is around 2.5 Cipher machines, not the best one going up against Ivy.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Juan on the first officer coming in for the rescue. Oh, the hit instantly by Mushin. Well, at least he manages to get Lace out of the chair safe. But Mushin just trying to sandwich Lace right here. And, you know, you can see Lace is just trying to build up the bubble. Okay, buying a little bit more time. But there's only 1 pallet left here to work with. Mushin is not even going to break the pallet. He's just going to try and come and just play a little bit of mind games right here. Probably try to get it to 100%. Oh, wait!
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking, oh wait, did that miss? But without... And Lace has the flywheel too, you know what I mean? Kuro, maybe that could have bought him a little bit more time, but I guess the 100% fear might have been the reason that he's just holding on to a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's as you said as well, Lace probably just wanted to wait until Ivy leeches on towards her again and get the Corruption Transfer's max presence. So we want to flywheel out of that one as soon as possible. However, right now we couldn't get first officer healed. That's going to be leech on towards the Seer, meaning we do have the immediate entrance towards middle. Aqua coming in towards the rescue right now as the Magician. We do have to still be a little bit careful since it's Ivy that we're talking about. As long as we don't get Terror Shock, that's all that matters. That's going to be a good normal hit, normal rescue. But Gardener, 26 stacks already. We're going to see how well we can use flywheel to get out of the next Ostracon range.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing, right? Because Ivy's at max presence. You know that the moment you get infected and just teleported on, it's just going to be 100% fear. You're just going to be dragged into where Ivy is. And Mushin, without sweat, manages to get Lace, and Lace would not be able to do that rebound kite. This will be Lay's last chair, and he will be sent back to the manor. And now it's 3v1. I don't know, Kuro. 2 ciphers remaining, and they have to fight this with a handicap, with 1 less member.
Yeah, and it's not only that, Nello. It's also the fact that First Officer has already used his second Pocket Watcher immediately. So all Wash the Shadow has to do right now is to find the next target and leech, because look, Seer doesn't have any owls remaining. Yes, Magician could potentially speaking kite you, but you need to use the wand immediately once you get leech, or else you're going to get a revelation here. We're going to be able to get 100 stack here immediately. That's going to be Magician 100 stack. That should be a normal hit registered. However, middle cipher machine is currently being forced, but Ivy could just teleport back right around now. We're currently at the entrance of Red Church. Seer is running back towards the same area. However, Seer will be found here, and we're going to start with the damage control from mid to end game. If Ivy performs this well, this would result in a 4-man elimination if we aren't careful.
Yeah, I like what you said, damage control, right? Because considering how their lineup is not exactly the best against Ivy right here, because they don't have that mobility to escape the teleport, right? And the possessions just keeping them at bay. Actually, they're doing pretty good. So they're just being really, really careful right here. You know, just touching ciphers a little bit. When the present comes in, they're just going to try and move away. And you can see Juan also with a perfume. Change a little bit job. He's just gonna use it here, but he'll not be able to avoid that damage. And mind you, he's at 65% fear. Mushin has a blink to work with, has a spray to work with, and he's gonna get one down. Oh my goodness, Magician with half health. Seer with full health and Flywheel, but I don't know. All 7 ciphers have been decoded. A little bit of progress on most of them, one being at 80%. How do you think they can play here? Moving on, Kuro.
Magician needs to use the wand here immediately the moment he gets leech, or else if he goes down here immediately, even after Seer rescue, it'll be pretty hard. We're gonna force the rescue here though. Depending on who we decide to chase afterwards, it seems like we're gonna leech on towards Magician first. Did we manage to use the wand? Oh, we did. We didn't use the wand. We did manage to dodge the revelation. However, Blink is still on the hands of Ivy. We do see a basement nearby too, if I'm not wrong. And now, even if you do force the heal, you're just too far away to get towards the chair on time.
True. They're probably just gonna try and go with the full chair rescue, right? But without any items, it's really hard for a first officer to just travel more than halfway across the map, and Fluff with half health, it's so hard because Mushin, he knows exactly what's going on. He knows what's the plan here, right? Because if he can stop the survivors from decoding the ciphers, that's it. Omni will be stuck in this vicious loop. Look at what's going on. Mushin's like, okay, just wasting time.
Mushin can teleport. Mushin can teleport right now because Seer will go down and Magician is after half. So we will at least guarantee one survivor eliminated. And with Magician here, he's going to have to be very careful because if he gets found, that'll be a guaranteed tie game. And not only is it a guaranteed tie game, it's a guaranteed basement too. Oh no, basement was in church, not in shack, excuse me. But with that, it's a really tough call here because the last cipher machine is in middle and Ivy is in middle too.
We've seen this before in previous games, right? In previous events as well. How Ivy, during the mid to late game, how she just controls the cipher, right? And just being a menace throughout the map. And not to mention, Red Church is a pretty small map, so Mushin can easily catch up and, you know, just move the ethereal form more efficiently. You can see Juan making a beeline towards the basement, but Mushin's just gonna hit him. The question is, how are they gonna leave this area alive? Because Aqua is 97%. That was so close. Kuro.
Hold on, we're 100 right now. Hold on, Aqua. We ran back in towards the Ostracon range. However, it seems like we probably wanted the flywheel instead. We're healing survivors down in basement. That's probably the best option here. However, if you're down here, I don't think you're going to be able to get back up. That's going to be Ivy here going straight for the drop down animation hit for the survivors downstairs. We can leech on towards both right now. And the moment they both get around 90%, we can just hit them and then immediately get the 100 stack to stun again. So right now it's going to be a cage lock here. Yesterday it was Goatman cage lock. Today it will be Ivy instead. We do see Juan here trying to buy a little bit more time. However, it seems like first officer will get stunned once again, as Seer was just stunned too. Now all we need to do here is to chair the first officer if we want to, or just slug him and then use the revelation, use the EK, use the phantom to go out and look for a Seer.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that the last cipher is nowhere near done, right? There's half the progress in the middle of the church, but you know, Mushin probably knows that, Omni definitely did not have time to touch the ciphers at all because they were busy running across the map, trying to rescue, trying to heal. And it seems like a given that Mushin is gonna get fluffed, both survivors down, but one not gonna give up without a fight, using up the exit path, but Mushin already waiting right there with the teleport. Mushin, that final stroke onto Juan, and that's gonna be it. Ivy 4K dominance right here, Kuro. What a game by Mushin.
Yeah, it wasn't really expected. However, I guess the victory would be us changing towards Listen, but even if Seer gets up here, what we could do here is to leech on towards first officer to see Seer's location, because that is still very possible to. But with the Listen, it's able to stop Seer. We do see where Seer is right around now, so bring the Phantom back, Seer. Good day to you. So where do you think you're going today?
Yeah, I know. A little bit of pre-celebration, right? But you know, changing into Listen and whatnot. But Omni, I like that they're still fighting to the very end. Fluff still trying to buy more time, although Mushin will know exactly what to do, and that's hit through the pallets because both survivors have lost their exit path, and that's it. We're confirming it right now. MHX. Mushin has gotten the 4K.
And from the survivor side, Titaner on Great Peeper, Ninja Reflex Flywheel on the cheerleader. The puppeteer will be bringing Ninja Reflex alongside with Borrow Time, and Magician here, no Borrow Time, Ninja Reflex, and Titaner. This will be quite an intense game here, as I'm quite sure this might be our first time seeing a Hullabaloo Wish Detention. This will be Omni versus MHX. I'm going to come to the Kudo Shuttle, and with me is Nello Mello. We'll be bringing you the commentary for round 1, second half.
Yeah, and there you have it, Pit Stopper, you know, just raising up the left hand. He's using, he's so nice, the clone getting the black mark onto Paper Moon. So Paper Moon, it seems Puppeteer will be the first choice. Yeah, I mean, Puppeteer does not exactly have the best skills to run, right? He's pretty much just tanky. So maybe that's the idea. Pit Stopper just wants to farm off him. So Paper Moon first, Kite. Let's see if he'll be able to buy enough time. Oh, okay. Well, just getting the chip damage there, but you have to be really careful because Hullabaloo is about to unlock his first presence, and the trapeze is gonna make the chase even stronger than what's going on here. Oh,
yeah,
what?
But it seems like we're going to be able to use our second item here immediately. We might be a little bit too early, but it's okay. You still do have an 8% moon speed boost when in Little Lewis mode. However, right now, that mud ball is something we have to be very worried about, and that's a very good damage factor from the Puppeteer. The good news is that all survivors early game have just started decoding, so there was no time wasted. Also, the cipher machine's really fast. However, because we're chasing after a Puppeteer first, Hullabaloo should be able to get max presence right about now.
Beautiful! He was overlapping the white and the red area, and then it was just a turn getting that Parashock. So you really have to be careful, especially when you're vaulting. But it doesn't really matter to Paper Moon because it's pretty much his last hit, right? So, but that does allow Hullabaloo to get the max presence. And mind you, though, he did all of that without the help of any trades. So teleport is still up. HX is probably wondering what trait he's still bringing, but the rescue coming in. Okay, nice cheerleader rescuing Puppeteer, but he has to be really careful because it seems like cheerleader will be the target. What is going on? Pit Stoppers coming with the Parashock. What? Double down, Kuro.
I don't think cheerleader should have started cheering there because look on the side of cheerleader, she could have just pom-poms away so then Pit Stoppers couldn't catch up towards the manual. But right now, that's a really bad stop. We even cancelled that shovel as well. So right now,
oh my god,
it's pretty early.
Oh my
here.
god,
that's mobile applied, but it seems like it might just be a failed rescue here. Just one more wipeout remaining on the hands.
What?
Be a double down from MHX's side. That's not such a great decision. However, it seems like Cheerleader wants to come in once again. We have to be very careful here because we need to go in here ASAP, or else that slow debuff will be the death of you. It seems like it might just be the death of her right now. We're just missing one more red zone. Can we get the red zone? No, we didn't. It's gonna be a flywheel here. Immediately splash. That's gonna be the Cheerleader going down. That's a triple down, and Puppeteer will be sent back to the mainer. That's not a good decision made from MHX's side.
Yeah, Pit Stoppers. Oh my goodness. And Puppeteer had actually contained so well in the beginning, although giving the full presence. But the ciphers were actually going great for MHX. But the survivors falling one by one like dominoes. Domino stacks getting triggered. Oh my god, the domino effect really taking its toll. I agree with you, Kuro. The cheerleader falling there was not ideal for MHX. But Pit Stoppers, wow, he's definitely putting a stop to MHX just when they thought that Mushin with the 4K was gonna help them solidify the position. Look, the rescue coming in. Okay, beautiful. The Titaner in effect and cancelling again.
Oh, the shovel. It seems like Great Peeper might just go down here really fast. But it just depends on... Yeah, we will go down here. Okay. Yeah. Cheerleader did manage to get up, but however, Exapat has... Well, Exapat was already used, so it was healed by Magician. But I would say the biggest the biggest turnover here would be the fact that Cheerleader during that rescue had a lot of options. She could have used the first pom-pom just to catch up towards the chair, so it doesn't allow Hullabaloo to get any balls on her. But right now, we should be able to find Cheerleader here immediately. Well, it's just a matter of time before she goes down, honestly, since there's only one pom-pom remaining. But it does seem like a backdoor rescue here will be performed. And but the biggest question is, how long can you really survive with no items left?
That's true. Pit Stopper just coming in, trying to, get it done. Trying to down Yingluo for the last time here. Mind you, though, this is his second chair, right? Yeah, just one more mark, just with the white mark, and he's gonna go down. Both survivors, the remaining two survivors are injured. Okay, doing pretty good at the window. Already completed the third cipher, but he's finally going to go down, and MHX needs to fight this 2v1. They managed to get it to the very last cipher, but it is a full cipher that they need to decode, Kuro. Oh my goodness, what's the plan here for MHX? Yield up? Look for some items? Survive to dungeon?
I don't even think we can heal. I think healing is not even doable here anymore. It seems like we're able to spot out where MHX is, but just by using up the clone, Zed here, just by using up the clone too. So that's going to be a blood trail here seen. You do have 3 wands, which is good news. However, that's immediate double stack. We did get a 50% movement speed boost. Should allow us to rotate towards the next area, but I mean, if you just look at the time here, Cheerleader barely got on the cipher machine. Unless Magician Miracle contains, I don't think anything is possible here anymore.
True. And Pit Stopper's teleport will be available to you, so you basically can't touch ciphers anymore because that's just going to give you away. But maybe there might be an opportunity here, an opening here, as long as the cheerleader manages to keep out of sight, tiptoeing. Yeah, just tiptoe, keep tiptoeing. Then Omni might not be able to find him, but wait, yeah, the trapeze is like, yeah, I know where you are, And my goodness, it's just a matter of time before the cheerleader goes down. Just one more white spot and that's it. Cheerleader has to make through the window. The cheer's probably going to help a little bit, Omni, but it's really hard to kite, especially when you're up against a full presence Hullabaloo. And there you have it. Pit Stoppers. All gas, no brakes from the beginning to the very end. Back to back to back terror shot. Wow. Trying to make us second guess what exactly is he going for. But one thing's for sure, the personas on the screen, Kuro.
That is not good at all from the survivor side. You've triple knee-jerk reflex. Not a single one has brought flywheel. Last game, everyone, at least the majority of survivors had a flywheel. This time,
it worked. The mind game worked.
This is pretty bad from the survivor side, but we'll move on straight towards game 2 first half then. The persona points is going to be Trauma Detention alongside the Wish, Desperate Fight, Announcement, Berserker, Rage, and of course, Mischievous. Our first chase will be Omni Fluff, who's currently playing the Acrobat.
Yeah, well, Acrobat, like what you've mentioned, could be a little bit hard to chase. I don't know, with the bombs and whatnot. But Mushin does have the butterfly to work with. So Lady 13 is showing her presence in front. Okay, the first dash did not really get value out of it. Fluff is still trying to rotate around the area. A second bomb will be ready to use. Oh wait, the failed dash. Oh, that's gonna buy so much time. Okay, 3 ciphers are being decoded at the same time. Mushin? What?
Nice mind game.
Yeah, nice mind game. Okay.
It's not too bad, but we did miss the hit right there. However, we were holding on towards the ball. We'll just leave it go right now. The good news is that we do have Blink here in exchange. Acrobat is a really good character to counter Geisha because he can just hold the balls and look back just to counter the dashes. However, right now, Mushin, you teleport out. That's not teleport. You blink out. That blink wasn't really the best one right there. As long as Acrobat continues to hold that ball, there's nothing much you can do. But like looking at the Cipher Machine decoding progress here, it is very slow compared to before, but at least we did manage to get a skill lock. But I do think one charge attack hit will be able to take this home.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good kite so far, right? Very respectable. A minute and a half in, and Mushin has already gotten Fluff down. Fluff will still have another red bomb to work with, and that just shows how long he has been containing the Hunter. Unfortunately for the Cypher's progress, well, 1 has been done, 2 is still halfway, and you can see Juan already in position. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Tinnitus is here. Mushin, oh, don't go anywhere. Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh, hold on, drop down hit.
Nice. Okay, avoiding that possible double hit from the drop-down hit, right? So Fluff has a chance to kite again. Okay, not falling for that that red light trick anymore here. So this rebound kite is going to be super, super important, especially if Omni wants to capitalize on this. Oh, Mushin getting silenced right here. Fluff still making use of the windows, still making use of the walls. And this is where you see typically Geisha struggles, right?
Taikash.
Okay.
Oh, we jumped over once again, but there is a butterfly dash. However, it was cancelled by the acrobat just by looking back towards the Geisha here once again. This is such a successful rebound kite that we didn't really expect to. But that's why acrobat will always be the king of small ball here. He does not really have much balls remaining.
No.
But at least the good news is we were 3.5 cipher machines done. You know, if we just have to talk about this, right? If the cipher machine spawned normally, because we saw how Mushin rotated his camera, there were no cipher machines at middle, so Mercenary was forced to rotate. Big ship cipher machine was locked because of constraints, so Lace, the psychologist, had to rotate as well, which is why the cipher machines were so slow. However, if they spawned normally, this definitely would have become such an easy four-man endgame there, but
oh no, Mushin did not spot out. Yeah, Mushin did not spot. Oh my god, a free rescue at that. Oh my goodness, and the free flare gun ready to use in case he really needs it. Okay, he's just gonna use it right now. He knows that Mushin does not have excitement. No way you're gonna use the trump card to change the excitement at the very last minute. And now, helping Fluff. This is a typical strategy that survivors do. One teammate will be anti-dash checking, and the other survivor will just, calmly moving. Mushin, what's he gonna do here? Oh, wait!
Can we get it? Can we get it? We got it just about on time.
89%!
Aqua needs to force heal. Aqua needs to force heal. Aqua needs to go up! Mushin, you need to go. Okay, never mind. I guess that works too. The Hyper Machine's running at 98%. Can we get it open? No, we can't get it open on time. That's barely a clutch tie here, but you do have to pop with the Cypher Machine no matter what. Cordy needs to use that moving speed to get away from this area as soon as possible, but there's no one at the exit gates here just yet, and teleport is ready. If Cordy isn't careful here, this could end up as a 3-man elimination.
Yeah, I mean, one should be pretty safe, right? He still has one more elbow pads to work with. But Lace, on the other hand, a different story. Like, even with the stress, it doesn't really matter because late game, one detention hit and you are going down. So this still opens up an opportunity for Omni to get 2 survivors out. And quite honestly, after the 4K in the first game, I think Omni will take this.
Yeah, I think this is really good as well, because like Mushin is renowned for his Geisha, and like kiting Geisha with just nature reflex really isn't the way to go, but Acrobat did manage to do it as well. We'll have to congratulate here Omni for the tie game 2 up against Mushin's specialty Hunter.
Yeah.
But with this too, I would say like it's also...
There's his Minalo and Kuroshiro. Let's get started right here, Kuro.
It seems like we're looking for Paper Moon here. Directly in middle decoding wouldn't really be the best choice, but however, we do have that spin to prevent that 60-second melee, which is good news. Now, we see that Cordy has rotated it out, and Yellow will be the one that's lead, so Mercy Cypher Machine will be stopped. I would say for Mercenary, rotating towards the middle would be better just to get rid of that Ostracon. However, Paper Moon, really good containment right now. We just want to see whether or not we can find a vantage point of getting a disarm, but that flip over, we just wanted to buy a little bit more time, but like, it's still a hunt either time. So
beautiful, recognizing that he might get disarmed there, he just instantly sprays and just gets that hit onto Paper Moon. What a play by Pitstopper, and his movement was so fluid as well, Kuro, right? Because he was, before even he flipped, he was anticipating it, and that's why he doubled back so fast. And now coming back to Paper Moon, he's like Pitstopper saying, I'm not forgetting about you, I'm coming back to leech you, I'm just trying to create Ostracons here and there, but 100% onto the coordinator. Okay.
We're running the wrong way though from the main body. However, I guess the teleportation wouldn't make it too much of an issue. Anti-current only aiding stacks, that's kind of the good news. However, we need to try to get a revelation and the blink here. Very nice cancellation. And that's barely 2 Cypher Machines done here from the survivor side. And guess who's nearby? That's the Mercenary.
I would say that this is pretty much the same time when Mushin down the survivors of Omni in the first half, but here it seems like there's more damage being done because he's also controlling the ciphers at the same time with the Ostracons, right? So it allows him to teleport left and right, especially if he needs to catch up. And the ethereal form, just like just looking at he's like, hey, I'm just waiting for you to come in. When are you gonna pad in? Because it's almost half. Has to be really careful because the spray can kind of mess with his timing a little.
Okay. There, but it seems like it's a no damage rescue. That's good news. So Mercenary can definitely rescue again while Psycho maintains her full health. But I don't think this is just going to be the end of it because Pitstoppers wants to look for more. If we can force a few elbow pads out of this Mercenary, it's a win for her. But right now, it just seems like Survivors are able to bring back quite a lot after that early game.
Yeah, Paper Moon just trying to, go away as far as possible from where the ciphers are. You can see Yinluo just coming back, trying to decode at the front gate cipher, just trying to complete the ciphers as we speak. And honestly, right, Kuro, for me, I feel like even if he doesn't get the hit onto Mercenary, it's fine because he's probably thinking the same thing. Psychologist, well, if I have detention late game, I can easily just still take you out, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? But you have to be really careful though because it might come back to bite you. He's already infected the Psychologist, creating an Ostracon there. Yinluo coming in for a second rescue. Beautiful dash. Okay, just gonna hit him this time. Antiquarian, last kite. He still has a blink to work with. So will he use the blink here preemptively, or will he just try and get the fear up to 100% and just get that hit?
For now, it seems like Pitstoppers does have Hunt, so we're able to catch up here pretty fast. Oh, that's a nice cancel. Meanwhile, Anti-Current goes down. However, this is where the bite back will come in. Because Mercenary did no damage rescue for the first time, now all Survivors are currently at full health. We do have Blink, yes, but 4 Cipher Machines are done, and there's only a half a Cipher Machine remaining right now, so map control just might not be possible anymore. Mercenary, only 97 stacks as well.
Yeah, the 3%. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll live with 3%. I don't even need to look back. I'm just gonna keep running. I'm just gonna use my second elbow pad. Pitstopper obviously spotting out the coordinator, but he's like, okay, she has a gun. She's running towards the middle. That's probably where the last cipher is. And the drop down hit. What a play by Pitstopper right there. The drop down hit and securing the down, so now he doesn't have to worry much about the Mercenary. He can just go and disrupt the other ciphers right now, right, Kuro?
Yeah, he doesn't need... Actually, it's even better. It's even better, right? Because Mercy will be down on the ground and we know where his location is. No one can decode the middle Cipher Machine anymore. Because if you want to rescue, it has to be Coordinator. That's the one that comes into rescue, not Psychologist. So as long as Psycho is in near middle, that's all really what it matters. You don't really mind if Cordy here rescues or not, because as long as you can lock that middle Cipher Machine, that's all what it matters. For now, we don't see anyone else decoding. We do see where Z is, who is currently near the main gate where the big rock is. However, that's a free 100 stack immediately. We're trying to get rid of Ostracon, but we couldn't.
Wow, and Z, he's just gonna be infected again. My goodness, Pitstopper, can I just say, the last time we saw him, and compared to now, he's just popping off. He's really, really popping off. And the 100%, oh, nice flywheel by Z to sort of counter the 100% fear. They're still up and running. Well, you can see that the Psychologist has actually rescued
Rescued
and healed. Wow, okay. So Z is actually buying a lot of time here.
Yeah, for now, let's just say as long as Cody doesn't use her gun, that's... we use it now.
He used it.
I guess it's okay. So we're gonna force
Is
the
it
100
really?
stack here. That's nice. That's really nice.
Okay.
But the last Cipher Machine isn't being decoded. We're starting a completely new Cipher Machine here. Okay, never mind. Psycho is the one that... Not Psycho. It is... Yeah, Psycho is the one that's decoding the 65% Cipher right now. Locking, as of now, might be a little bit too late because there's also a Mercenary who's outside too. So that's going to be a revelation. We could not get that extra 40 stacks on towards the Psycho, and it seems like she's able to safely rotate out of this area too.
Yeah, I think it's fine for Pitstoppers because he can just keep continuing creating that Ostracon, continue pressuring that map, right? So that's exactly what he's doing now. Z will have the time to find that perfume, but quite honestly, yeah, Pitstopper really cannot be tunnel vision. He's constantly, while chasing, he's just looking back, and the Ostracon teleporting back. Okay, Yinluo, don't overstay your welcome. You gotta be pretty careful right there. Z and the coordinator and the psychologist probably trying to get each other to heal. Yeah, to get healed up. But wow, I mean, pit stopper.
We're spotted.
Yeah.
We're spotted. This is really bad. I know.
He knows.
Yeah,
He knows.
100 stack. Double 100 stack. Hold on a second.
Psychologist? Oh, never mind. Psychologist lives. I was like, wait, if he gets that 2 hits with 1 teleport, that's going to be the highlight of the match.
Yeah, but you know what's even worse? We can actually leech on towards the psychologist because it was Cordy that was initially leeched too. It seems like Mercenary has to be the one that comes into rescue. Psycho's trying to rotate back towards that Cipher machine, but it doesn't. I don't think it matters here too much who goes on chair or not, because no one can decode a Cipher machine at all. We're currently perma locked on the Cipher, and even if Mercenary comes into rescue, we can get a gun. Yes, no, we don't have a gun. We have a pocket watch in exchange for Cordy. But like, what can survivors do? There's nothing that a psychologist can do as of now.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that pit stopper still has trump card to work with, so he can work with anything. Okay, getting the psychologist down. He's just rotating the people on the chair, right? Because everyone practically stayed on the chair at least once. So, like I was saying, the trump card is definitely going to be a factor as well. If it gets dangerously close, you know, abnormal can seal the deal.
Kick it, yeah, kick the Cipher. It doesn't exist anymore. It just does not exist anymore. Not only that though, you have to give pit officers props. Whoever gets near the Cipher machine, that means I can get you down immediately and chair you near the Cipher. So not only am I near the Cipher machine, my Phantom's near the Cipher machine, there's nothing else you can do. Cordy will be leeched on here, but Cordy cannot decode the Cipher machine for the next 10 odd seconds. Mercenary not Mercy, sorry, Cordy is nearby. Mercy was the one decoding. However, right around now, whoever dares to come rescue will die in exchange, and that's what Mercenary would be doing in exchange for trying to get the Cipher machine done.
True. And he doesn't really mind that the rescue is happening because he knows his chase potential is super optimal, right? And okay, he's not gonna waste any more time. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna blink in, it's fine. No one's touching the Cipher anyway. And mind you, the longer the game goes, the less resources the survivors have to deal with. But the hunter, ever replenishing. It's always replenishing, so yeah, I mean, yeah, the longer they drag it, MHX, I don't know what exactly they can do here. And also being spotted out. Okay, put down the pallet here, probably. Okay, get through behind the pallet. Okay, nice miss. Okay.
Mind game. We're not looking back right now. No, we're looking back, but that's gonna be Psycho going down there, unfortunately. Mercenary is 99% healed. However, he will be using up the self-heal here just to go in for the rescue, but it's just too close for comfort as we see where ETN is, where the Phantom is here too. So I guess it's just we're gonna wait for corruption and transference. Maybe no, we're not. We just wanna basically chase. But like it's really, as you said, Neno. Oh, okay, we're gonna do what Musi did game 1. It's my time to shine, the listen switch trade switch. And that will be a celebration here from pit stoppers as well with Dash Ivy.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, okay, you did it first, right? This is my response to you. You think you got me? No, my Ivy, I know my Ivy's got it. But you gotta be really careful though. Both of them are now up and running. So pit stopper, if you gotta be really careful because the ciphers are starting to move. It's already at 51%. So I don't know. Yeah, I hope that the decision to go listen does not bite him in the end. But if he continues to pressure these half-health survivors, I think he pretty much got this in the bag.
Definitely, yeah. But it seems like for Mercenary here, he will be able to leech on in the next 10 odd seconds. Psycho is trying to contain for as long as possible, but Mercenary trying to get that 80% Cipher machine done. What he can't be leeched right now would be Death Wish. He also does have an extra 13 stacks here as well, so he can't really get away from the Ostracon range. That's going to be 100 stack immediately, and that's Mercenary going down. Who dares you to touch my Cipher machine? And that Psychologist trying to just slightly sneak away. But I don't think it's going to be possible anymore, because all we need to do here is to put the Phantom near Mercenary, and once you can leech him again, you can leech him and see where the Psycho is. So right around now, Mercenary no exit path, Psycho no exit path, aside from a knee-jerk reflex and a flywheel ready to go. There's not much left for MHX's survivors.
Yeah, I just love seeing these kind of stories, right? Like, you know, you play this, hey, I can play this too. And that's exactly what Pit Stopper is showing us. I mean, yes, it takes a little bit more time. It's close to 12 minutes right now. But hey, the end game, 4K. That's the game plan. So That's what he's gearing up towards. And MHX Psychologist, that's the last one standing right there.
Yeah, and not only that, right, we have seen from minute 6 onwards, no one was able to touch the Cipher machine, and that's kind of the really scary part about Ivy as well. If you don't have a good enough early game, it's just really hard to rebound against her. So right now it's a lot of mind games, but we will be able to leech onto her Sayo here, so it's just really one leech, one teleport, and she won't be able to contain here anymore.
True. I mean, quite honestly, right, even if he doesn't hit, I mean, Mercenary is gonna bleed out pretty soon anyway, so yeah, what an amazing 4K by Pit Stoppers. Instead, just go full aggressive in the early games. We'll see how it happens because there are a lot of survivors on Omni side who did not bring borrowed time, so they're probably accounting for the late game as well. So yeah, Mushin's not bringing detention probably plays well into the persona builds of the survivors, but do or die for MHX right here against Omni because Mushin needs to get at least a draw or more if he wants to survive in this tournament. So Kuro, take it away.
We're going to be able to see Clerk there locking the window first. However, we do have another window lock since we've just used one. Lawyer right now is trying to wait, but it seems like because of the fact that we don't get terror shocked, Lawyer isn't too afraid of you after all. What's more surprising is that Lawyer is not going to go towards where Professor is, and I do think that's simply just because we want to continue the decoding progress as soon as possible here too. We're going to lock Professor here as we did get stuck there a little bit, but Lawyer right now, it's all about the mind games.
It is, and he's just going to try and play through the pallets. Okay, putting it down, opening, getting that first hit. This is exactly why you have to be very careful of a Clerk, right? Because you kind of have to pallet stun him, play the mind game no matter what, because the moment you put it down, he's just going to lift it back up and hit you through it. So Lawyer's still trying to, trying to buy more time. Fluff, the acrobat that we knew, kited Mushin's Geisha just now. Just going to use the flywheel in advance just to stop any attempt of getting hit out of the blue. But Clerk, no blink right here. How are you liking the odds right here?
We could possibly counter any of the harasser that is coming in, but the survivor's decoding speed is going up pretty fast too.
The mind
does have that 3.5% movement speed, but we can't get the mind game here. We did not, but that's also still okay. Even if we get that down here, right, it is around 100 seconds by the time we do get the Lawyer on the chair. There's going to be around 2 Cipher machines that will be fully decoded, and there's a Professor that's nearby that can come in to give a scale for the Lawyer, and then maybe body blocks just once. And look, we know that blink hasn't been used just yet, so it's most likely going to be either a warp or an excitement. So I don't think Cody will be using that gun anytime soon.
True. I mean, Juan, he's just playing a little bit of mind game here. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take that hit. Rescue and then get on the board. Maybe provide some body blocking because, if he does that, at least he'll be able to have Fluff survive a bit longer. No, actually, he just wants to get out of there safe and sound, right? So Fluff trying to do the musical chair right here, trying to circle around the tank until his last moments. He's just going to choose to expire here. But fortunately, he still has another chair to work with. But here is the problem against a Clerk that's constantly disrupting decoding as well. The last 2 ciphers are relatively new. So would you say Mushin has a chance here because the ciphers are not as fast as indicated?
I think we could sell here, but it seems like Aqua decides to come in instead. That's going to be a normal hit, normal rescue, but I guess the moment the gun comes out, we will know what the ending will be. A double down would be really bad here, but it seems like we got the hit on Lawyer. What was that? What was that hit? Cody has to be very careful here because there's been no trade that's been used just yet. That's a brilliant fly. We managed to get the ball over, thankfully. However, is there a knee-jerk reflex that we can use? No, there's not. And there's also not a window lock here just yet. That's going to be a knee-jerk reflex from the window, and that's going to be Cody out of this area. However, right now, Cody and Wanning has to meet up on heal, or else it will be a very bad endgame here because Mushin still does have excitement. We could possibly, speaking here, teleport if we find dash coordinator immediately. Now, the game will be slowed down. The momentum will be 50-50 from both sides, but as long as we don't show ourselves and just get Wally to give the tinnitus, I think the game will still go towards a tie.
That's true. Mushin definitely needs to be on his toes. He's got one objective done. He's already eliminated 1 survivors, but he still needs to get at least 1 more to survive, 2 more to actually give them a shot, and 4K to help boost the win that they desperately need. Mind you, though, they need to get an 8-1 score, and that's only achieved if any factions get 3k above, coupled with a 4 escape. So here, Mushin trying to find where his next target is. I like how Omni is sort of just, you know, yeah, let's play it a little bit slow. Let's heal up first. Juan. We've seen Juan, amazing, right? He was an amazing kiter as well. The last time we saw him, and now transitioning to a rescue main. So let's see if he'll be able to kite a little bit longer.
I don't. It's a little bit unfortunate, but Boar was still on 2-second cooldown. But if we just take this across, Cordy might be able to come in for the rescue, but it seems like Professor will be the one doing it instead, since he does have a body block potential. Laze right now is going to try loot from the back, but even if Laze does want to come in, you can't only body block once, so there's also that too. It's a good news that Cordy isn't coming in because it's an excitement, but we see Cordy here, right, very smart as well. One cipher will be invalid, you can just decode another one which is very close and nearby.
True. I mean, yeah, he's definitely eyes on the target, right? He already has a recording of hitting the chair done. Okay, he's just gonna farm off one. Very, very well played. Mushin recognizes that he's done enough cipher control to do this, right? So he doesn't really mind farming off the walling. Because technically speaking, farming the walling would be the optimum choice. You just have to deal with 2 survivors in the late game. And the rescue was kind of slow, right?
Yeah, I think Professor got stuck there somehow because he should have been able to go in straight towards rescue immediately. This seems like a 4-man elimination game here because the cipher machine just isn't enough. We're running straight towards coordinator here, and excitement still just hasn't been used yet.
Wow. Yeah, and we were actually thinking that Clerk would have a pretty hard time, considering that, you know, he does not have Blink, that's one. And of course, she is pretty much susceptible to the scale stuns of the Professor, which we did not see yet throughout the game. So now it's basically 2v1. I mean, the end is kind of inevitable here, right? Because the one person who touches the cipher, that's going to be recorded, and he can just chase the other with ease.
Yeah, I do think it's also a slight bit of an... I do think it's a bit unfortunate, right? Because Professor definitely could have came nearby and gave a mini shell towards the lawyer, just for him to contain a little bit longer since he doesn't have any maps remaining. Like, there's a lot of small soft support opportunities that Professor could have done, but in the eyes of the prize, because Clerk has excitement, I think they're just a bit wary of what will happen. But that failed flywheel as well, though. It's now just another nail towards the coffin.
True. Speaking of nails to the coffin, she's like, okay, here's a little bit of moonwalking going on. The pallet slam did not register, unfortunately, just a little bit off the mark. But the second time, a charm. Wow, Aqua, you know, swerving left and right, breaking knees. But Mushin again with the moonwalks. Wow. Okay, so Aqua just needs to keep this up because Mushin is kind of tunnel visioning now. Lace having free access to decoding.
Bob, I don't think it's too much of an issue because, you know, it's still a Professor outside and there's still a one full cipher machine remaining. However, right now, if Aqua vaults over that one, the cipher machine will be the window will be locked and still no gun used. I mean, it is kind of understandable as well since...
Teleport?
Since Teleport changed to teleport here instead, we probably want to force the self-heal from the core D, but right now, that's going to be a failed window lock here, unfortunately, and Professor on the run here once again.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, right? Because now that they know he has teleport, Aqua holding on to the flare gun seems genius because he'll be able to use it after he uses the self-heal, right? Using the exit path. So Lace, he's got to do the layup right here. He's got to contain so much longer here. And he has the skills to work with too. So he needs to time it correctly. Oh no, going down. But it's okay because he also has exit path and he also has access to flywheel, especially when he gets up. So right now, the danger really is on the side of Aqua because despite the flare gun, he does not have exit path anymore. If he goes down, that's it. Lace has to play this one-on-one.
I also do feel like, you know, if Laze was able to get that shell shock out, Cody definitely would have been able to decode that cipher machine. But it seems like for now, Laze just gets up immediately because we want to try at least guarantee the one-man escape. We know that excitement has been changed towards teleport too, and now can we get the gun from Cody? That's gonna be a flywheel there used first. It's a little bit tight here, but we're still trying to play mix and match, and Cody will go down because of the pallet drop down.
True. And the gun is still there. Okay, so it might not be so ideal anymore. Because right now she's at the mercy of her sole remaining teammate, which is the professor, who is also desperately trying to keep himself covered. Okay, hiding behind the big rock. Mushin, unless Mushin, how does he know?
Pallet stun is good there though. However, in exchange for that means Mushin can now pick up 2 pallets or drop down 2 pallets in order for us to get Professor down. Professor may still have a flywheel, but no extra patch on that corner simply just means that it's a death sentence. But we are still resisting. It seems like Omni isn't willing to go down just yet.
Yeah, beautiful. He put down the pallet. The Clerk put down the pallet, right? But he responded with a stun of his own, and he just pushed the Clerk back so far. But quite honestly, this is sort of like a death march, because Coordinator couldn't stand up, and ultimately, yeah, it's gonna be a 4K for the side of Mushin. Congratulations, the first half of the objective has been accomplished. Triple S tier, like, oh my god, please don't. But hey, after all has been said and done, the persona builds are here in front of everyone to see, so let's see if that's actually the case. Pit Stoppers is actually gonna go not with the warp but with the abnormal to start things off. So how do you like this abnormal coming in? Just a quick thought.
I do think that he wants to stop Mechanic from decoding. However, from the Survivor side, triple flywheel doesn't really work too well against
Sangria, right?
Opera singer. Yeah. So with this in mind, let's move on straight towards the game. This will be the second half of round 3 between Omni and MHX.
Yeah, Pit Stoppers, wasting no time, trying to look for the first survivor. I think he was trying to look for the first officer first, give some pressure, and then force him to use the watch, but it's fine. I did not find him, but Paper Moon already ready with the bomb. With the red bomb, he's like, okay, I'm just looking around. Please don't mind me. I'm just scouting. But the bot is still safe and sound. Kuro, he's still safe and sound. Everyone's just rotating away. And Pit Stoppers, okay, still has the Nidus being breached. Oh, and he's gonna... Did he not spot out the bot just now?
Oh no, I think the bot managed to fully hide themselves really well. Pit Stoppers thinks that there's a mech nearby, but no, it's the mech spot instead. So we're going to go back straight towards middle, look for Paper Moon again. He did use 1 acrobatic ball, however, there is still 2 more left, and the third one coming very, very soon. The mechanic spot is already decoding, however, mech would be kind of annoyed here for a little bit, but that's okay. As long as acrobat and kite, the dog can just do all the decoding work that is necessary.
Yeah. Okay, going through the window, continuing the chase, Paper Moon. You know, against the Sangria, right, you really just want to keep... Oh, wait! What?
Oh.
He was holding on to the bomb, and then he used the flywheel, and then he still get hit. What? Okay, that's kind of unfortunate right there. But, you know, we'll be there to provide the support. What? That was over the window! He was already over the window! And he's gonna disrupt Yinluo's cipher. That normal is ready to use. Oh my god, Kuro. What a disaster. An early disaster at it.
Yeah, okay. that's a huge nail towards the coffin as well, because that 50% cipher machine is now gone. 68%. Oh no.
Yeah, well, take away the 8, it's 6% now. So very unfortunate there. But at least Yinluo will be able to rescue here. Okay, let's see. Okay, getting the hit onto the first officer. It's totally fine. Paper Moon ready with the bomb, ready to do a rebound kite, and we can see that they can pretty much know that, yeah, they can safely vault through windows here, right? Especially since there's no bling, so can be pretty careful. Paper Moon though. Okay, nice awareness, recognizing that Pit Stopper might go for the teleport back trick. Breaking off the pallets, Pit Stopper is just going to continue on. Paper Moon has to be really careful because he has no more bombs to work with, and unfortunately going to go down. Bought a little bit of time, but with the mechanic up, you would kind of expect the cipher to go a little bit faster, but it's 3 minutes in, And only 2 ciphers have been done. So cool.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
I think MHX survivors are now trying to bank for accelerated decoding. We have to sell here no matter what, but I don't think pit stoppers will allow you to do that too. So Inglo, the first officer here, will be stopped immediately towards the middle. That middle cipher machine is only at 27%.
Okay.
The X-Bot is still out there. The good news is that at least Mech is nearby wanting to come into the rescue. However, if you do decide to chase after that Mech, that will be 2 survivors injured, and you can just change the teleport to get any of the 2 down. So right now, it does seem like we want the full-on sell because Mech is not going to make her way in. But the doll is still outside decoding the cipher machine. But Mech just isn't willing to touch the bot just yet, because if you do, there will be a sound effect given. However, Ingloa is now too close for comfort. The first officer will be covered out. We have 1 pocket watch remaining, and it's already being forced.
Yeah, I mean, he should not even be there anymore. You know what I mean? He should probably be looking for a teammate, try to get the heals up, because if you're here half health, you're forced to use up the watch, and that's exactly what he did. And once the watch is over, the effect is gone. Pit Stopper is gonna get you, and you have nothing to work with. But Yinlo has the pallet to work with, slamming Pit Stops into a stun state. But Pit Stopper, I guess that's enough to put a stop to his chase. He's like, okay, thank God that pallet slam stopped Pit from chasing me further. But it does leave the other 2 teammates in danger. Oh.
Okay, that was barely a hit there, but if we get a hit on Mech, I feel like we might just teleport out towards First Officer again if they aren't healing. But, I mean, it seems like they are right now. First Officer did manage to meet up with the cheerleader. However, they were going to be able to get a second pallet stun, and that just bought so much time. But it seems like cheerleader has other options here. She decided to decode instead of healing the officer. So right now, Mechanic still by herself. She's containing really well here. Aspartame, we finally got the hit, but it was exchanged for a pallet stun.
And while all of that is happening, the 4th cipher has been popped. Pit Stopper, he really needs to calm down a little bit, because maybe the adrenaline is making him a little bit panicky here. Like, he's just desperately trying to get that down, right? But Mechanic doing that kite so well, okay, just missing. That's not supposed to happen. That was supposed to be a down long ago. But hey, the Terra Shock to finally bring the pesky Mechanic down. And Pit Stopper is gonna chair the Mechanic, but has to be really careful, because the last cipher is already at 67%, and he has an abnormal to work with. But Yinlo's bot is going to heal up the first officer, and Z, I mean, yeah, Pit Stopper has to know that this is the last cipher, right? He's just gonna kick it off.
But it's only 30% though, so it's not too much, especially with accelerated decoding started as well. Now, First Officer doesn't really have any items, that's kind of the good news. However, a double down is still pretty hard to come by for a single head hunter like Opera. Right now, we're just trying to see how much time we can buy. We can get a charge shot, that'll be good, but it seems like we're going to kind of force hit instead. And with that, I do think we want to try map control a bit more. We're going to go after First Officer.
Nice!
We'll go down immediately.
Beautiful hit on the First Officer, so pretty good stuff. Recognizing that the more people are injured, well, the Mechanic couldn't really decode, right? So the cheerleader's the one doing the recording. But unfortunately, for Pits, the cipher is actually decoded and almost prime right here. Okay, wait!
Oh, we managed to get the backdoor rescue, and it seems like First Officer will be able to pop open the cipher machine here. First Officer taking up borrowed time. That's going to be a lot of movement speed boost coming in through. However, we do not have teleport ready just yet, so right now, Pit Stoppers, we just need to look for a tie game here. If we can go for a tie game, we can go for extra rounds. It's still okay for now, but it seems like we're going to double back here, trying to look for where Mech is. But Dungeon is nearby, so we still have to be very careful. You cannot have First Officer hypnotize you again when he has no items left on his hands. Mech is now trying to make the rush towards endgame, but it seems like Zed is going to be able to get the gate open.
Wait, and the dungeon as well. The dungeon is nearby. It's at the factory, right? So
hold on, the First Officer is at the gate. Hold on, Pit Stoppers, we're gonna go towards the exit gate.
Wait, Pit Stopper knows what's up. He's going towards the other gate. Oh my goodness, Pit Stopper absolutely cannot allow Yinlo to get out. Okay, he's gonna get that kill. And ultimately, what a comeback by MHX, getting that draw. And now we are gonna go to overtime.
work. Now then, we move on straight towards the personas though. It will be a double flywheel on both the knight and the postman. Postman bringing in that knee-jerk reflex as well. Embalmer with borrowed time knee-jerk reflex alongside with finally that aeroplane is tie turner knee-jerk reflex. Mushin here will be playing Trumpet Attention alongside with Blink. For this game, if Mushin can get a 4-man elimination, next game Omni has to return one as well, but it's really up to how the survivor plays. This will be Omni versus MHX overtime in Leo's Memories first half, and we'll be moving on towards the game shortly.
All right, Mushin making a dash towards where Fluff is. You know, that's where the Embalmer is, right? Just for context, the coffin has already been placed. Fluff, obviously, he just needs to get away from the coffin as far as possible. He's probably running towards where the Moon Gate is. And Mushin just teleporting back. He's like, okay, is he still trying to hide in the shack area? And Mushin's probably thinking, yep, Tinnitus is still here. That this is probably the location of the Embalmer. So, Mushin chasing the Embalmer first. Let's see if the kite is going to be long enough. Postman already has a decoding letter for his teammates. Oh, nice! What? I thought it was going to connect, but he whiffed.
Too.
Yeah, he whiffed. And he had a slam in response. Wow.
But like, because of that, it does seem like Fluff is able to contain for just a tiny bit longer. We have so much pallets here left to use, even with a charge attack yet. Here, like, it doesn't really matter. It's already 60 seconds in towards the game. We also do have a coffin as well. From the side of survivors, it does seem like Postman already has given out his letter for decoding speed, but right now, still nearby. Get a precise blink down. But we cannot forget this is Embalmer who can self-heal right now.
Yeah, he knows that Mushin has already used up his trait, which is a blink, so it's fine. I'll rely on the power of my coffin to keep me alive. And quite honestly, he is invulnerable for a short period of time, which allows him to do a second kite. Yeah, and I like this idea, right? Don't need to wait. Don't need to wait at all. And Fluff, wow, making that comeback. You know, just U-turning like, okay, I know this shadow's coming back. And Mushin obviously does not have Blink to work with anymore. So, Embalmer lives to fight another day. And that day is now moving towards the next available palette. And Fluff has no flywheel to work with, mind you, but has the knee-jerk reflex. Wow, buy time. But Fluff is gonna go down pretty shortly. And 3 ciphers kite right here. Kuro.
Yes, it is a brilliant 3-cipher kite as well. Even with a basement nearby, if Mushin decides to turn near basement here, it can only guarantee a tie. Survivors, they could potentially speaking come in to rescue, but that's not what they need. What they need is continuous cipher rush without any stop. So we do see who's nearby. We do see the aeroplane is nearby who has that tie turner. So I guess maybe we will actually go in for the rescue, but however, afterwards you can't rescue anymore since Aero is the only one. Which, well, Aero and Postman is the ones that without borrowed time, so we still do have to be very careful here no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, look at the speed of the decoding lace. It's already at 50%. 2 ciphers are being worked with. This is a normal situation, right? This is a normal situation where you see the ciphers are being rushed regardless. And that's exactly what Omni needed to do, and they are doing it now. So Fluff, goodbye. He will be sent back to the manor first. He knows that he has no more coffin to work with, no rebound kite potential. So yeah, okay. But Aqua seems to be the next target, and knowing the knight, right? I think it's a really hard target to chase here. Because he can just disarm. He can just disarm and just buy time to rotate to the next pallet, to vault windows. Yeah, I mean, okay.
So it is hard, yeah, because like, I think it's also, as you said as well, in the heat of battle, sometimes Opera Senior might not just be able to react on time, so we could catch Opera Senior a little bit off guard if she decides to use her dash right after we predict her too. Right now we're able to see finally Postman finishing off his own cipher machine. There is a teleport, but at least the good news here is survivors can't decode an extra cipher machine. Aqua still trying to contain for as long as we can. We did manage to finally get that ability locked there, and Juan will have enough time to rotate out because of this too. Very nicely done by the knight, but now it seems like we're going to go for a bit of a hide and seek and see how much we can waste from this opera singer.
Yeah, probably just needs to start another cipher right here, right? Because one, wow, he's the response. Can I just say the response of the knight? The moment he sees the dash moving just a little bit of distance away, instantly cancels it off. Wow, what a foresight to do that. And Mushin also still trying to trick the survivor that's here to sort of like, hey, I'm already gone. And only to come back and return. And Juan use the first pack, probably. Okay, nice. Mushin He's bringing Mushin away, man. They're going back to the cipher.
Yeah, and it's not only that as well. You do see Postman's Cipher Machine is already at 50%, so even if you do teleport out here, guess what? Aqua's already on the other Cipher Machine here. Nice. Does not actually need to worry too much. However, there's no borrow time here on Lei, so we do need to contain for the next 20 seconds without getting a hit, or else it will be still pretty devastating here from the side of Survivors. That's going to be a brilliant backdoor bite. However, the hit will still land. Mushin there being able to grasp at just about enough on time. Lays needs to run here for as far as he can, and the good news is that there's no teleport, so even if Mushin gets the the Postman down here, it doesn't really matter. He does not have that much time to catch up, and Omni will just rush out here trying to get a fast escape as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I think that's the best case scenario here, right? Because they know that he does not have borrow time. So they're just gonna try and stay here. Knight can easily disarm. You know what I mean? He can disarm, so they can definitely secure this two-man escape. They might not even need to use the disarm because the gate has already been opened. So 2 of the Omni survivors are gonna escape, and looks like Mushin is going to have the mirror results of what Pit Stoppers have, a draw. So Kuro, looks like Opera Singer really felt the nerf right there.
Definitely, yeah. And I do
boost his team to move on.
It's I call them sugar buns. That's kind of my team. However, it seems like we're gonna go abruptly in towards the game here. Instead of looking for the explorer, we're gonna go straight towards the coordinator here instead. It will be, let's revise, trump card detention, Max Pala breaking alongside with Berserker, and Zed here as the fine investigator will run for it first, with Tonight is here being lost as well.
So it seems like, yeah, having the Explorer, we talked about how in the previous match they just allowed the mechanic to just double decode, so you got to be very careful. The longer the Explorer stays here, the bigger of a threat it actually presents to Pit Stoppers, so definitely doesn't want that to happen. So now it seems like he is gonna lock in here to the Perfumer, but the Perfumer is gonna get locked in with the cat. But it's the Perfume back. Unfortunately, the Jukes will actually delay the inevitable, which was a hit onto the Perfumer.
Yeah, for this Perfumer here, the perfume coming out was good. However, I just feel like she couldn't pull enough distance to get it back. But however, in this case scenario, Flywheel is still available, ready to go. That's very brilliantly done by Perfumer. The pallet drop down there was brilliant as well. However, if you just look at Explorer, he's only just started digging the page 60 seconds in towards the game. This decoding speed might just be a tiny bit too slow. The jump here, we could not perfume back on time as Aspartame could not react as well. So for now, it is still a 50-50 opening. Explorer does have Titaner, but the question is now, can he actually rescue?
That is the goal in question, but now we see the warp to actually stifle the fire investigator here. Z has to actually stop, go away from Cipher, from his Cipher, and continue on the chase here. And now he's actually going to cut off, well, the Explorer, which, like you said, has the Tide Turner. So it's going to be a very dangerous game he's going to be playing. He's going to try to stop him right before he's able to get the Terror Shock as well. Oh my god, okay, here's the halfway mark. Can't get enough just yet. Able to get the hit, and now that was actually, I was holding my breath there. Not the Terror Shock, but still get a rescue here. The Tide Turner is going to carry Aspartame away, and the Explorer still sitting on 50% of the page, but unfortunately the last effort does pop.
For now, it does seem like what might be a better option is just to leave this Perfumer and let her return back to Maynard, because we do know that the warp has been used now by the Ant, so as long as Explorer just goes out and get his next page, even with only 2.5 Cipher Machines done, there is no Tide Turner though, so there really isn't a reason for us to come in to rescue and to deteriorate our health anymore. So for now, Pit Stoppers just trying to throw a cat out. We're going to scout and see whoever is nearby.
Okay, it seems like Wilo is going to be spotted out, but Pit Stopper is just, you know, it's securing some ties here until he can mount up more offense because the Tide Turn was already used. It's going to be, like you said, a big gamble if they try to go for a rescue now because the Perfumer has nothing to work with. Fire Investigator does get locked out of his skill. Yulo is going to be in his Lilliput form just to see, but he's actually going to get caught out in the corner here. But the cat is actually going to silence him for the hit and the down. The Perfumer is gone, and now he's working on his second survivor on a rocket chair.
And it's also the fact that Explorer was half health as well, so like it's really easy for Pit Stoppers to see where Explorer is with that blue sticker on the ground. That sticker will only come out when you are half health. However, we cannot forget that Explorer I'm quite sure he did have pages on his hands before. For now, we do see where Z is. We could not get any of the cats out, but not the cats on. But I don't think this distance is enough for you to actually make it towards the chair anymore. That's going to be a brilliant 360-degree turn. And goodbye to you. Just barely missing it there too.
But yeah, like you mentioned, yeah, just cutting off any attempts to get the rescue, and the Explorer is about to hit halfway mark, so yeah, Pitstopper is showing excellent map control, even though he missed that charged up hit because of that flywheel. He's still in control here because objectives are still 2 ciphers. There's 2 survivors remaining, but the resources aren't looking too good. It's only the patient that's actually capable of rescuing here. Paper Moon has to be very careful, not get stuffed out early, as the cat actually lands where he needs to go, and this is the stuffed rescue, Kuro.
This is really bad as well because Omni, they initially only needed a tie game and just prolong the game anymore, but it seems like it's going to be a tie game here, definitely guaranteed. However, because of the fact that they do need to escape within 5 minutes and 46 seconds, it is already 4 minutes in, and Patient will be able to go on towards the chair. It seems like Pitstoppers will be able to secure the win here with this An.
Yeah, with that being said, Omni, congratulations. I mean, it was a well-fought battle with MHX and Omni, but yeah, Pitstopper securing this patient seems like a checkmate scenario because Z is 1 more hit from falling down. We're still at 83% on the last cipher. The surrender is going to be called, and we can actually congratulate officially Omni for moving on. The job's not done just yet for Omni because they have to face the winner of the next match, but for now, like you said, Kuro, they can rest a little bit easier.
Yeah, because like for the next match moving onwards, it's Khan versus Amy. It could be a pretty tense matchup since there are still some good players. Well, not some good players. They're all good players. However, you know, it is still going to be pretty interesting to see. But we'll once again congratulate Omni for winning finally up against MHX. It was such a tough battle between the 2 teams. It took a war between the both.
Yeah, these builds. What do you think of the personas?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams kind of skip out on borrowed time in a lot of these matches. Now, I will say this for people watching: this does not mean you should play no borrowed time in ranked. This is a tournament-specific build. This is a very tournament-specific
This is a PSA
build
from Eli. Okay, go for it.
This is a very tournament-specific build to make sure you try to get ties, try to get at least 1 survivor out the exit gate. This is not something. When you're in ranked, you want to win games with survivors. You want to rank up. You don't want to be tying and getting 3 killed by the hunter. Okay, so this is not. You should always have borrowed time in rank. Borrowed time is good for wins. These players are not trying to win; they're trying to get ties, or at least secure a 1 escape with these sort of builds. So that's just something to keep in mind. We're going to see the bot get down for the 2nd time here, and I don't know if he'll actually chase the mechanic now. Now that the bot's been down, he may just change targets completely, because now the mechanic is kind of useless. She already is going to decode slow if somebody else is injured, and she doesn't have bot to deal with anyway. So you might as well change to a new target. Looks like it's going to be the Enchantress here.
Yeah, so now, like you pointed out, just
he cancels the bow.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Yeah, he did, and now he's actually able to get that hit. Only has 1 stack left, 62% on Revelation, and he's almost at full presence. So Killer B really hunkering down to take out this Enchantress before she can become a big threat to him. I mean, just having the ethereal form just constantly like cut off areas, and DR Mark not wanting to kite in front of ciphers, he's got to have to take a hard right to the graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to blink here. Unless he can fly with the blink. No, not able to do so. There's the blink and the down secured. But Embalmer was able to get face of the Enchantress here, which means that she's going to be able to get coffined at some point. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and use it now. I guess it depends on the forward's decoding progress and where the forward's at. We know he did spawn in reception. Embalmer is just going to continue to decode here. Not going to worry too much about the tombstone. It's going to fall down anyway. Looks like forward is going to come in with the first rescue. They'll save coffin for 2nd time on share.
Yeah, so forward, hopefully the Tide Turner will come into play here. Chingyu will get a possessed, moving him away, gets the stun to start things out. So this actually at least brings the Tide Turner in effect and has a full stack of a stun here. Has to make sure this one counts, but he's actually just going to go in the ethereal form to try and get the scare just to cancel it out.
She needs to flywheel. Oh, she doesn't even need it, it looks like. I was going to say she needs to flywheel because the forward... or sorry, the hunter already has full presence. So yeah, she's gonna get knocked down here. And the thing is, they're gonna insta coffin, and the reason why you insta coffin here is because you can see the ghost that's on the ghost mark on the Enchantress's name. He cannot put a tombstone on that Enchantress till that ghost mark disappears. There's a cooldown on that because she just put a tombstone on her. So it's going to be a little while before he can use that. That's going to get her some distance here. The problem is the survivors are a bit behind on ciphers here. Does have 5 stacks to work with and a flywheel. So there's definitely a possibility of a rebound kite, but Survivors really need to push Cypher progress here. I'd like to see the forward actually come in and support here and just let the Survivors push Cyphers.
True. Okay, so now 3 Cyphers remaining. Still not much of a threat here, but like you said, Enchantress has all the makings to make this game last really long, but she does get stunned. Oh my god, the 100%. This is going to be really bad. I don't think the forward's in the area to get that stun, so she's actually going to be sent back to the manor with a full stack.
Yeah, that's a massive missed opportunity for Amy here, and you can kind of see why Enchantress is never really considered a strong character against a lot of the good hunters in the game. Is that she's just countered by all of them. Opera Singer, she's countered by if you stun an Opera Singer, she doesn't have a cooldown or a dash. She still gets to continue dashing. If Ivy's just going to stun you before you can even stun her. And Hollow Blue is just going to turn off your ability with the red zone. The only hunter that it could actually be kind of effective against is Goatman. Yeah. Which, even then, it's not as easy as it looks just because of how good Goatman is in general.
Yeah, so maybe we got to give it up to the hunter here, killer boss here. Maybe he realized, all right, maybe this will be a worse matchup for the Enchantress. Because right now, it seems like he's working on his next target, but Cypher progress is looking kind of good. The next kite needs to last a while, though. But Killer Boss still has not found a survivor optimal for him to chase. Seems like it's Qingyu that will be taking this next kite, and it is the mechanic with no items on him. So seems like they're pushing the second. The second Cypher. 2 more Cyphers remaining. So 1 at 77 and 1 at 38.
It's actually more optimal for the Survivors if the mechanic gets chased, because if someone else gets hit, Mechanic's Dakota's gonna get slowed down anyway. So
true.
They'd actually prefer Mech gets chased here. Looks like she's gonna vault into the hunter here, making sure she's not looking at the Ivy. Is going to most likely take a hit. You may try going for a scare, wasn't able to get it. Again, Mechanic doing a good job of just not looking at the hunter here. Going to get this speed boost to transition away. And now at this point, the forward and the Embalmer need to do 2 different ciphers. Right. You see forward's doing Graveyard. You see Embalmer's going to start a different cipher. They're going to split it up. So no matter what the hunter does, who they go to, they're going to have another cipher machine available.
Yeah, split pushing ciphers is definitely the way to go, even though Killer Boss does have... he could actually have a lot of map presence, but the pressure is actually really being applied now to Killer Boss. Like this mid-game, they were really able to spread the attention. I mean, that was insane. I thought he actually went through the pallet.
His toenail. That's insane. We're going to see him teleport onto the forward here. Only 58%. That's not an optimal percentage. The Ghost Scare is not going to... Again, 98. That's not going to stun him all the way here. Let's see what the forward's going to do. Trying to just get out of range of this Ivy. He's going to flywheel. Oh, wow. He's going to go into the tombstone, flywheel through the tombstone to reset reset the scare percentage. That is an excellent usage of the flywheel there. Really cancel the vault. Not able to cancel the vault. We're going to see the blink to secure the down. Okay, it's looking pretty good for Killer Boss. He can share here. He can bring the Ghost to the injured Embalmer. And maybe he could work something into his favor. Keep in mind, these survivors don't have borrowed time.
Yeah.
And this might come back to hurt them a little bit here.
Yeah, good mid-game, I have to say. But, you know, one had to fall. It was the mechanics. So now they're still trying to get a foothold into this match. One is going for the rescue. The other is trying to push a Cipher. It's at 66% already. Gets the scare and gets the hit just to stop the Cipher from moving. But this allows the mechanic to get rescued. He can just switch on over to actually chair the Embalmer. Mechanic does have an elbow pad to work with, so that can provide them. But right now, Eli, it's like the Survivors just on defense mode. No one's really attacking Ciphers. But one is actually moving. It's at 50% now.
I think they just need to push it. Let the Ivy teleport to you. Ford can get a free save without getting injured. Mechanic just needs to push this Cipher. If she dies, she dies. But no, she's actually going to leave and go to a different Cipher. I'd really like to see him just push the Cipher machine. Let Ford get a free rescue. Ford and Embalmer could potentially heal up, or Embalmer could then push top broken. And I don't know if Killer Boss would have enough time to get back there. It would definitely be close, but it looks like Mechanic's going to choose Graveyard instead here. They're going to get a free rescue, though. That's actually really important because it means Ford can now take a hit, keeping the Embalmer from dying here. Embalmer also has a coffin as well, so even if even if he downs the Embalmer again here, he'll still have the coffin. Looks like he's going for forward, though. Maybe going for mech. He doesn't really want to down the coffin survivor. He wants to find somebody else who isn't going to have a self-rescue option.
Well, they definitely have their options about them. They're really spreading all the attention of the hunter. One at the graveyard, one at the church, and the other one at top broken. So
they need to just pop. There's no borrowed time. They have to just pop the Cipher machine here. I don't know if Ford knows that he doesn't have borrowed time, because there's no reason for him to push this rescue without BT. I guess he's pressuring it so that Ivy can't teleport away. True. But at this point, you just got to pop the Cipher, because no one has BT. You got to pop the Cipher. Ford doesn't have BT. I think they forgot. They forgot that he doesn't have borrowed time.
Oh my, that was not.
And that's gonna cost them.
Yeah, and the gamble of, I mean, this is actually a gift for Killer Boss here. They was waiting for the borrowed time to pop it. And now the Embalmer is the only one that's left, and this is looking like a 4K, because once he gets shared, we're not even touching the gates just yet, and this is a game for Killer Boss to get 5 points in.
Yeah, now, it's not over yet. The thing is, Embalmer does have Coffin. It kind of depends on where his Coffin is. It does not look like it's near the dungeon, though, so dungeon is back gate. We're going to see him get down here. He'll go ahead and Coffin himself. But there might be a tombstone waiting for that. Yeah, there's already a tombstone on the coffin. He's going to go down instantly. That's going to be a surrender. That's a 4 elimination.
Wow.
I really think if they didn't go for the rescue, they just popped the cipher and they split the exit gates, that they could get a 1 survivor escape. Magician is going to go max kiting here, and Forward is going to go flywheel tide.
Can't wait to see how this one's going to shake out, folks. Once again, this is the second half. Can Nila keep up with the pace that Killer Boss put up? With this hullabaloo, we'll find out. Once again, this is Potch Spice and Eli, your commentators for this matchup. Seems like Wolf might take this first kite, but it's all good because he did bring a kiting build here.
Yep, only was able to get 1 bomb there from two clones, so that's not really a great start. You'd ideally want to get 2 there, but let's see if he's able to turn this around. Still has 2 more to work with. Now let's see if he can get his first hit. There's 1 clone for the second hit. Can he get the last one onto the Magician? Gets it as the Magician uses the illusion. That is a very good start here for Alien. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on this. We'll have Insolence online within a few seconds, so he'll have his jumps momentarily. He's got another Peeper most likely to drop in this area. And Magician already with the 1 illusion down here is going to have to use another one up in this area. Taking a double hit. There's the illusion again. Can he flywheel it?
Oh my god.
Flywheel the white zone. He's not able to flywheel. He gets the perfect placement with the clone there, and that's a very fast down to start this game.
Like you said, not the best start, but you know, it's still able to kind of rally back into this, and this is what Hullabaloo does. He can kind of cover his ground, even though, I mean, no attack recovery. That clone comes out so quick, and excellent clone placement on Nila's side. So the max kiting build could still shine, but it really depends on how the rescue is going to play out. We already see that the Forward is making his way for this rescue. They have 1 tide turner. They have to make this one last as long as they can, but he will get locked. Oh, tries to go for the stun, unable to get it. Magician now. Can he actually find it? Nila able to turn the 180 and finds Wolf.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, Forward versus Hullabaloo. That's kind of how it goes. You just kind of get it canceled. Whoa. And he gets the hit through the illusion again. Magician unable to flywheel for the second time here, and that's going to be another fast back on chair. And yeah, that's the thing. If Forward dashes into the red zone, it just cancels the football, and that's just Hullabaloo. You kind of just target your red zone towards the Forward, so they can't really stun you, and it's just really difficult. We see 4 ciphers remaining. They're about to go down to 3, but still a lot of cipher progress to be done. He's able to snipe out the Knight as well here very, very early.
Okay. Gets the silence at least, and now he can actually go for that rescue and get a little bit of that safety when he gets that rescue situation. But he has to be very careful because he's already got needs 1 more. And also another one. He has to be very careful. 1 more hit. It's actually canceled the rescue.
He canceled the ability. I think, actually, I'm not sure. Red Zone, I believe, does cancel Sword as well. I think that's what happened. And he's able to stuff the rescue here, get him onto the rocket share. And that's just the power of Hullabaloo. That Red Zone is probably one of the best, is the best thing about him. Being able to basically make a survivor into default. We're seeing the Forward come in for the rescue here. Will Forward be able to flywheel this? Not able to flywheel this as well. We're going to see a double hit. Can he stuff this rescue as well? No, he gets the rescue off, but downs the Forward right away. He may just go back and share Forward here. No, he's going to continue after Knight, really trying to secure this down, but this game is looking really pretty much locked up at this point. As long as unless this Knight can somehow rebound kite this, which he is not doing with that beautiful clone placement. And there's just no cipher progress. 50% on one, 38% on another, and still a full cipher to go. This is looking very good for the Hunter side.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wait for the replay to see how that played out. Because again, the Knight, you know, a lot of people are heralding him as a, really good rescuing ability. But like he said, the red zone, probably canceling that out, stuffing that rescue attempt, and now Psychologist eating this hits. So forcing some action, actually forcing the exit path of the Forward. And now Psychologist has to be very careful here. He has the stress levels and now able to actually get it. So 1 more hit and Psychologist is going to fall down. He's in the white zone, but he wants to be focusing on the Knight.
Yeah, we're going to see a Knight is able to flywheel there, though. Does not matter. He's just going to jump the pallet, down him there. Knight's gonna be back on the rocket chair, and there's still a full cipher machine to go. Even after these last 2 ciphers, there's still a full another cipher after this one that KON needs to decode. This is just complete control for the Hunter side. What a great position.
Yeah, dominant game. I mean, the previous one was also like the mid game was kind of going back and forth, but this one, yeah, it is dominant from the start. Once he was able to down the first survivor, and then they couldn't rebound kite, it was just insane. So I think at this point it's kind of a checkmate scenario if he's able to down Rum, since Rum has already used up his exit path. Gets the pallet stun though, and it seems like the forward, yeah, is gonna try to kite for as long as he can. But looking at the objectives, Eli, it's not looking like the best of scenarios for survivors unless you can keep this up.
Yeah, we're going to see another hit here. Just needs to get a black bomb hit here, and he will get knocked down. Port's going to use that football. Will we see the flywheel this time around? There's the flywheel. She's able to... Oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, wow. He just gets double bombed there with the clone, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of how Hullabaloo games go. Ford does not have borrowed time. All he has to do is down the psychologist, and this is going to be a 4 survivor elimination with 3 ciphers remaining.
That's complete control on Neela's side. I think if he was going to debut a Hunter, what better way to debut than, you know, have a 3 cipher game remaining. So there you have it, folks. Neela coming in hot with his with Hullabaloo and complete domination for him to be able to get this type of performance.
Respond directly in corner, but obviously in this case it's fine because it's an IV, and this is a very good chase for Neela here. So. For aliens. Let's see what he's able to do here. We're going to see the insolence and detention with Blink. And yeah, getting into our match here. This is the, what are we in, this first half of the second round here?
Yes.
So let's see what he's able to do. Almost gets by the tram right away.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God.
So, but yeah, he's good.
Fire Investigator immediately using the balloon just to move on away. Note that they did account for that endgame pop because all of them have borrowed time. So really playing into that meta of, I mean, not like the previous, the other Survivor team where they tried to account for just getting one out the gate. Here, this is, Eli approves of this being brought into ranked, folks. But now it seems like Rum is going to be scared, but I don't know who Neela is going to commit to first. It seems like going back and forth here. And now he's already got the possession already at the center. He's going to move on over to move his ethereal form over here at the graveyard to chase after Wolf.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go onto the acrobat here and just try to mind game. Does get the he does get the scare there and the teleport onto the acrobat. Already 67% built up. If he can blink for the first hit, he can then ghost scare for the second one. There's the red bomb. There's the vault. We should expect to see a blink right here. There's the blink. I'm not able to get the flywheel off, and now the ghost is still attached to the acrobat, which means he can use the ghost scare once he's a little bit closer here. And acrobat can't do much to it. He wants to use it now before he gets the bomb off. He does get it before he gets the speed boost from the ball, and there's the down. And for an Ivy, that is a very quick down.
Yeah.
Again, a very strong start here for this Amy Hunter.
Not looking too good in terms of objectives as well. It's all spread out. They've touched like 5 ciphers and not even close to being popped. So forcing a rescue to happen. Seems like the Knight is already on the case here, just making sure that the Tinnitus is being fed. They're still holding on to that Wildling Tide Turner just in case. So already uses the sword here just to cancel it out. Gonna go for the hit. Oh, wow, gets the rescue. And now this allows Wolf to transition away. So trying to go to that corner house. They're gonna use the ethereal form to try and set up a trap for this acrobat.
Yep. You know, I feel like the airbag should pop if the trim runs over it. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
Woo! Oh, we're gonna see the flywheel here from the Knight. Oh, he throws the pound on the wrong side though, unfortunately, and is gonna get hit there. Yeah, physically speaking, if an airbag gets run over by a train, I mean, what's going to happen? It's not going to just sit there, right?
The train's going to bounce back. I'm kidding. That'd be crazy. Yeah, but speaking of jump, we're actually going to see the acrobat do an amazing jump away from corner house towards the 11 area. So doing an amazing job thus far. Damage is being spread out, so is the cipher progress, but they still haven't popped anything yet. So Neela still taking his time. Seems like both survivors that are injured are in the same area. Wolf sitting at 96%. Has to be very careful because he can get possessed if he just looks back.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Although he does have the tombstone already there, so that's going to trap the acro. And Acro's not going to be able to get away from this, so he's going to die to this charge attack. That tombstone being there was actually crucial. If that tombstone wasn't there, Acrobat actually kites for a while, even at 96%. He had a mark on him. He already got tombstone, so it's on cooldown. He couldn't get tombstone for a little bit. And so there's a very easy chance for a rebound. And there's no way for it's hard for Alien to get that extra 4%. But it looks like he's also got to pressure their heals here. He's got a lot of great pressure. There's the scare onto the wildling. Now, he does not have a tombstone waiting on Cher. He's going to have to bring the ghost back.
So, yeah.
Bring it back in time. He's going to ghost the survivor on Cher, then he's going to teleport back. Can he get back into... Oh, he misclicks. I think he meant to click teleport, but no, he does make it back before Wildling's able to get the save off here. And that's a prevented rescue, which... And Blink's back. I don't really know how the survivors can work out of this. This is a great position for the Hunter.
Yeah, even with all things being said, like with how crazy that scramble was, just saving their I would say resources to not push for that rescue, I think was KON realizing like, oh, let's try to salvage the situation because 3 ciphers still remaining. It's not looking too good. Basement is already here as well, so yeah, Neela is looking like he's in a strong position to get another 5-point game.
With 3 ciphers remaining, cyber progress is just not there, unfortunately, for KON. We're going to see the ghost onto the fire investigator here. He's going to force him out of 2-story, which slows down the decoding even more. Excellent usage of the tombstone there from this Hunter. Let's see if this Knight can make the rescue. Now, Wildling does have Boar, so if Knight can make the rescue here, Wildling will make it out of basement on the Boar as long as it's not a farm. But this is not an easy save by any means, especially considering that Knight no longer has the Tide Turner effect with the sword. We're going to see the Blink, which... And he has a tombstone waiting. There's the teleport back. Can he prevent the save? No, he gets the save off in time, but it's just a farm here. And Wildling actually, I believe he clicked the Boar there, which means it's going to start a cooldown as well, unless I'm mistaken. But no, he definitely clicked a Boar there. The cooldown should have been up. We're going to see the teleport on the Knight. Knight's going to get down here. Still 3 ciphers remaining, and every survivor at this point, except for the fire investigator, is down. This is just cleanup here for this Ivy at this point.
Yeah, definitely curtains are being called here on the side of Neela. Excellent work. He was really able to be super productive and got so much value out of this Ivy. Just 5 minutes in the game, and he's already in a checkmate scenario. Just the way he was able to play around. I know at the start, he was kind of going back and forth, even though they tried to go for the corner, spawn area. Like, it was between the acrobat and I believe the fire investigator. Knight having a great job getting the rescue on, but I think it was just textbook Ivy gameplay here with just how he was able to position himself, cut off rescues. And at this point, like you said, it's just a bit of a cleanup here. Rum might have to tank this first hit. He's just going to try to get some scares at 37%. But yeah, it seems like he's already staring down the barrel of 5 points.
Yeah, this is great for Neely. And yeah, we haven't even gotten to his specialty character yet. So he's used 2 of his characters that he doesn't even we haven't really seen him play too much of, and he's getting 2 4 kills with them, so that's exceptional for this player. KON really doing what they can in this spot, but it's really tough. This puts a lot of pressure on Killer Boss to try to turn things around here. We're gonna see the ghost, we're gonna see the teleport. There's the full presence. Fire investigator will get knocked down here. Now Knight does still have self heal, but again, it does not really matter. There's just unfortunately no cipher progress for KON.
Yeah, it just seemed like with the first share onto the acrobat, the ciphers weren't even. I mean, they were really spread out, and the rotations unfortunately didn't work out in their favor because they touched around 5 ciphers. So it seems like he's just waiting for the Knight to actually use up the exit path. Actually, both of them to use up the exit paths, but he's gonna get the pickup already onto Rum. And still waiting on the Knight to go for the exit path. But yeah, it's a foregone conclusion that we can already congratulate Neela with another exceptional performance. But shifting it over to this round 2 Hunter.
Yeah, he does still blink here, so he'll just go ahead and blink this survivor. Unless he can somehow flywheel the blink. Nope, he's going to vault, so because he's in the vault animation, he can no longer use flywheel, and that blink will secure the down. That's a 4 elimination here with this Ivy. 2 rounds in a row for Alien, getting a 10-0 for Amy. For the Call of This NAU qualifiers. I'm Eli joining the Pod Spice for the live commentary for this matchup. We forgot to do that. We gotta start doing that more.
Yeah. Usually the action is just so fast, but there you have it, folks. Let's head into the match. All right, Killer Boss spawning at the corner house, already making his way and marching his way down towards Mocha. We did note that his trait is the abnormal, so in a big map like this, you know, bringing abnormal is such a big risk because Goatman, when it comes to teleportation, it's not going to be a thing, but we're going to be teleported to the caster screen because in the next episode, we'll figure out what happened. So, seems like there's going to be a little pause in the action, folks. Again, we want the most optimal conditions for this team because a lot is at stake. So what we can recall there is that he caged towards the graveyard area. It was Mocha. Let me try to see who Mocha was. Mocha was the psychologist, like you pointed out, and it seemed like he cut off the graveyard area. So he's kind of out in the open. I'm a little scared, but he can tank 3 hits. Mocha does have access to nothing because he's caged.
Goatman. Oh, the cage actually disappears right before he can get the hit here, but it's Goatman, so he can use another one.
And the train also kind of cut off Mocha from taking a hard left. Thank God he didn't still get hit, but yeah, like Goatman said, the cages keep coming in because the resentment keeps building up. So
and he'll have another one within 2, 1, 0. Another cage.
There it is, like clockwork.
Yeah. He's gonna take down this pallet first. Good job from the psychologist actually utilizing this upstairs area. It's a lot harder to use a cage in a 2-story area. We're gonna see her drop down here. Does get a drop down hit, but it's actually fine. Keep in mind it's only a chip hit if Goatman does not use the cage, so that ends up not really mattering. And even though he just used the cage, he already has another one because Goatman is incredibly good. I also don't talk about skins a lot, but this is actually one of the best skins, one of the most underrated skins in the game. I don't care what anybody says. I really like this.
People say this is a bad skin. It looks pretty good.
Everyone's like, oh, I don't really like it because it's not pretty and blah, 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 blah. This is very detailed. This is a true horror skin for a horror game. I think this is an incredible skin. This is my opinion the best limited S tier.
Oh, there we go. Abnormal already, just to prolong the game. Yeah, I'm all for detailed skins, and this is definitely one of them. Especially, we're gonna see a lot of Goatmans, right? So this is one of the skins I'm looking forward to seeing because of all the detail of the flares and also the intricacy of the hair. But now forward, trying to make his way towards this rescue, uses the football just to make it faster. But like you said, it's just chip damage, not in the cage area. Luoje trying to break it, but no, do we have another cage just for psychologists to go for the flywheel? But now it seems
she's
like
able to avoid it.
Yep.
And he doesn't have a cage, it's on cooldown, so he has to just go for a chip hit. Wow, excellent job from the psycho and the forward coming in for the stun. Excellent gameplay from the survivors of Amy here. I mean, this is going very well for them so far. Let's see if he's able to catch up. Has to use a cage to catch up. It's going to be on cooldown. The psychologist make the window. She does make the window just barely. What a high skill game we're seeing here.
I know.
From both sides. There's the switch on the cage. Psychologist able to avoid. Goes for the break, the switch, the swing. Unable to get it again.
Look at the jukes! Look at the ankle breaking, but
Finally going
Mocha unfortunately had to fall down there. Forward is still here to kind of harass because he can still eat another chip damage. Has to be very careful because when the cage is up, it's going to be a lot harder. But he could still tank one more hit.
In front. Yeah. Oh no, he's going to go for a hit. Huh.
Oh.
Typically we would just see. Oh, now his cage is on cooldown. Oh, Ford could have stunned there, but he was a little bit too far away. We're going to see the chair here, though. And that abnormal was really crucial, because if he didn't have abnormal, this game would be over. Survivors would win this game. But that's not going to be the case anymore, because he abnormal that cipher, they're forced to do. There's still one full cipher remaining instead of about 50% of a cipher.
So it seems like they are doing a rotation here. Puppeteer is going to go for this rescue. I think forward here is just to feed that tinnitus. While Psychologist has done their best to try and buy enough time as possible, but Killer Boss here still holding on to another abnormal. Let's see if he'll actually put use to this. There is one cipher remaining, so this abnormal could be possibly game-changing if they don't open up another cipher. They already heard the abnormal being used, so hopefully able to get it. Puppeteer already using the puppet form there just to tank that hit.
Yep. Interesting they didn't go for a save. I would have liked to see them maybe push a rescue there. We're going to see the switch here. But again, these survivors, excellent predictions on the switches there. Oh, this is going to switch again. The cage is going to drop soon. And he's able to avoid the hit. Wow.
Yeah, this is just an amazing... Oh, he's able to actually just keep the mind games going. So it's like the survivors are juking really well, but he's out in the open, but he's still able to use the puppet form. Forward is here for that stun, and right now he's being preoccupied by the survivors, and DR Mark is pushing that last cipher at 63%. But no, it's actually the 40% one. Forward, actually eating that hit. Might have to use this forward ball just to get away from the caged area.
Yeah, well, they have 2 ciphers here, so this should be tied as long... I mean, they just keep these ciphers split up here. And we see the Pharaoh Lady 80% on that cipher. Forward, football away, but does get down here. But keep in mind, Puppeteer can still rescue. He can just use the puppet ability to make himself save at half health here. The Cipher Machine is going to be primed and ready. Puppeteer will come in for the save. And all of these survivors that are going to be in the vicinity have borrowed time. He's going to chair all the way on the Cipher, but I don't think that does anything because they can't have normal or else they'll just pop. You can...
Hang on. Oh, Pharaoh Lady's just going to go for that pop. Yeah, and then goes for the rescue as well. So it's a 3-person endgame. And unfortunately, Pharaoh Lady gets caught off guard here and now is going to get the down. So they really have to make haste here, Eli, for them to at least get 2 survivors out of the gate. Chingy is actually here at the gate. He's able to actually cut him off and not much to work with. No, he's able to actually tank that hit. Nice work there by Chingwei. Really making use of his skills, and now it's a double down situation. Pharaoh Lady is using up the exit path and forward, trying to make his way out.
Yeah, and that's why Puppeteer is very good. You can take a detention hit there with the puppet, which he did do, but it doesn't matter. Goatman's just too good. He just downs the survivor anyway with the second hit. We're going to see the teleport to the gate here. This is the location of the forward. Pharaoh Lady has self-healed. He needs to try to down forward before Pharaoh Lady can make the save. Uses the cage to block the forward from moving. That is a very good utilization of the ability. Can he get back before the rescue gets pulled off here? And no, they do get the save off in time here. Pharaoh Lady able to avoid. They're both trapped, and Pharaoh Lady needs to break the cage. Oh, she wasn't able to break it. Gonna see the down here. This game is not over just yet.
Yeah.
Here's the chair onto the Puppeteer. Pharaoh Lady needs to pressure save while forward self-heals and does the exit gate. That's what they need to do in this situation. They need to make it so KB has to... They have to keep the Hunter at the chair here. Pharaoh Lady... Oh, he misses the cage! That's a big miss. If he got that off, Pharaoh Lady would have been stuffed, and the game might have been over, but no, that rescue is crucial.
Uh-oh, and the trap, though! Able to actually stop the 2 survivors. One of the survivors gets the hit, but this is actually what you're talking about. The exit gate is being opened. They just need 1 survivor out, and DR Mark doing a great job. He is actually gonna get hit, and it's a down, but all that matters is that the forward was able to exit. Wow, it all came down to that cage, Eli.
Yeah, pretty standard Pharaoh Lady moment. Pharaoh Lady again is just one of those characters. It's very fun to. She's very fun to play, but against a lot of hunters does kind of struggle. But either way, so I suppose this is pretty standard for Percy, and we see 1 survivor without BT, which is fine. BT is very important against Percy. It looks like the lucky guys without borrowed time though. And here we go. This is the first half of the 3rd round of the KON Hunter versus the Amy survivors of the Call of Abyss 2025 qualifiers for NAU. I'm Eli, joined with Posture Spice, bringing live commentary for this matchup.
Here we go, folks. Killer Boss bringing out his main, or a person he mained 2 years ago, I believe. That's what Eli said. And what's interesting here is that we also commentated a match with Sevenluo, and he went with the BQ. So you got to give it up to these 3rd rounds. Give us a variety of hunters here. Able to actually get the coordinator. So now, continuing on this chase down to DR Mark. He does have a bit of utility with that gun to use, but there's a corner here. Has to be careful because Killer Boss could actually try and hide out. Just moves on over. Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. We're gonna see the down here. Some people are saying that I'm not sure why you guys thought Percy wasn't allowed. I don't know why he wouldn't be allowed. It's another hunter in the game. There were some people that were like, "Oh, Percy, Percy shouldn't be allowed in Koa or something."
He's too strong.
Yeah, he's too good, guys. I don't know. Man.
I think there was one match also, and I think it was the Chinese, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan division that it was in one of the qualifiers. They brought it out, but yeah, just it's so rare. Yeah,
doesn't hit, but that other one did hit. Okay, that makes sense.
Wild.
Anyways, we're going to see another hit right away. This is a very good start for him, but again, it's still just Percy, so even with the fast down, this could still work out for the survivors. We're going to see him dash over towards, this is the Mercenary here. Mercy able to avoid that first hit. Going to need to... Okay, no, doesn't have to use an elbow pad here. Still going back. I mean, this is what happens with Percy. Is Cord's just going to sit on the ground for a bit. Survivors are just going to get to decode for free here, and even with the fast down, they can still just do all these ciphers. So looks like he's going to go to the acro. We're going to see him warp back to the coordinator here, I would imagine, or to the coordinator here. Now, coordinator needs to be very careful. She needs to shoot after he swings, because if he swings while he has energy, it'll cancel the flare gun, or she can shoot after he jumps like that.
Okay, breaks the pallet, vaults, gets a bit of a boost, but that swing does
now
not
she needs to shoot right now. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I actually thought that charge-up attack was going to hit her, but no. DR Mark able to actually time that flare gun very well. Continuing on here, but
didn't go upstairs. Oh, coordinator needed to go upstairs there. That would have been a lot harder for the Percy to kill. Now she's staying in this downstairs area. This is very easy for him to secure a down here. Unless he doesn't see where she goes.
Overextends here as access, but no, makes another loop around this area. I don't know if the window is going to last too long here. And the pallet, one was already broken. This one's going to get hit. Coordinator still able to actually juke. But yeah, this looks like an inevitable down already. So someone's going to have to pick up Coordinator because she already used up her exit path.
And yeah, Coordinator, well, we do have Tide turn on Mercenary, so Mercenary can go for the pickup. Unless they can do the heal off, they do get the heal off. And keep in mind, because it's a survivor bleeding out, Coordinator's going to go sit on the ground for a while. Lucky I had a perfume, but didn't use it actually, and just took a hit at a perfume and a flywheel, but was not able to get it. And will Mercenary be able to get in for the heal? I think he will. Again, he has some time here because bleeding out is a lot slower than share time.
Yeah,
but it's going to be close.
And he might have to use majority of his elbow pads. Oh, it seems like they're not going to
heal?
Oh, wait, hang on. I think he just touched it for a little bit. He's feeding the tinnitus. He's got to go for it, Eli. Here it is. Okay, gets the hit.
Yeah, he's going to get it off.
Heal. And now the Tide Turner to just carry the Coordinator at least. But, I mean, he doesn't have to really watch because like she's just going to bleed out.
Yeah, you can just leave the Coordinator to run away there. And we're down to 2 ciphers remaining. Looks like he's going to change on to the acrobat. It's very crucial. Whoa. Oh, he's just going to secure the down here. Yeah, the dash just goes through the firebomb. And
Yep.
And yeah, I guess this is looking pretty good for him. They're still down to their last cipher, but warp is now available. The last cipher is at 44%. The problem is everybody's injured. I think Lucky Guy taking that hit without using the perfume was really game changing.
It was, and considering the Lucky Guy might have to be the one to take that endgame kite because he does not have borrowed time, kind of crucial. Now it's the Mercenary that has to be very careful here, eats that hit, but he's going to stay alive for just a little bit. He used the elbow pad as well, so that was quite unfortunate. So he will fall down. Acrobat might have to use the self-heal, but it seems like he will be picked up here by the Lucky Guy, and they have to split up. They can't heal themselves. Yep. This is going to be a little tough. Warp is going to be used already, and the Acrobat... yeah.
Oh, he got him. Oh, no, he goes back through the warp. Oh, no. He didn't move out of range of the warp before using the charge. So he got sucked back to... If you're standing in the warp while you use an ability, as soon as your ability ends, you'll get pulled back through. And he got pulled back through there. And because he didn't step out of range of it completely, an Acrobat gets a second life here.
Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. And just using that slow bomb just to force him inside that house area. But now Luodro has to be very careful. Mercenary's already up. Acrobat has one bomb to work with, but unable to get the timing right because it's still on cooldown. And now, yeah, he's on the ground. They have to kind of push this cipher, both of these ciphers, actually. The borrowed time could actually help him up, but it seems like Mocha's getting chased off his cipher.
He does make the vault. Okay, so he's going to stay alive a little bit longer here. Still not enough energy to use the crash ability. So there's the dash, able to avoid it. Has a flywheel. There's the perfume, able to avoid the hit.
Does he go back?
And he does not go back to the perfume. Good discipline from the Lucky Guy. Ooh. Again, he's not able to jump it. He's going to break the pallet here. Lucky Guy doing very good considering he's at half health. Can he flywheel this? Woo! Beautiful flywheel. And he stays alive even longer. This Lucky Guy is playing this perfectly here. And they're going to have still 3 survivors up at this point. They need someone to get to that last cipher machine, though.
Lucky Guy opening up a chest here just to see if he can heal up. But the Acrobat has to be very careful. He's on his last legs here. Already used up the exit path, as well as the Mercenary. Mercenary, that was so close. Has to time this elbow pad very well. Yeah, just use it early on. Seems like the Lucky Guy has a syringe, so this helps out because he can still get value out of the perfume.
Huh, he actually leaves the cipher. I feel like he might have been able to pop it, but he's going to go ahead and leave it, it looks like. Mercenary's going to try to pop it. Mercenary can actually just pop it with a hit here, I think. Or can he? 99. He is able to pop it just in time here. Needs to dodge this dash. Not able to dodge the dash, but I mean the servers will just split the exit gates here to secure at least one out the gate. Does Mercenary still have self-heal? He does not.
He does not. No exit path.
Yeah.
So now that was a detention hit as well. But one exit gate is opening. They just need one person out. Actually, they could just kind of play in this safe area, but it seems like Lucky Guy is going to have to eat this hit. Tried to go for the juke, but unfortunately...
Wait, does he get the gate open?
That's the thing.
Lucky Guy can still self-heal, though. Lucky Guy can still... He hasn't been down yet.
Right.
So he can still get the self-heal off. Acrobat, as long as Acrobat's not dead on ground, he can
oh my god!
Is he dead on ground? He is dead on ground! He is dead on ground, but Lucky Guy's on dungeon! Lucky Guy can just crawl up the dungeon, and that's exactly Percy in a nutshell.
Oh my god.
No way, bro. That's such a perfect example of just Percy. Like, I don't
Alright folks, the first Fool's Gold here in the NAE qualifiers for Call of the Abyss 8 and Nila. I mean, this skin looks amazing. I don't know the name of this skin, but it's also quite striking. So let's see if he's able to actually get any of these survivors down. The pickaxe, again, mind game. He's going to throw it here, but Wolf just makes a left immediately just not to get caught in that radius. Goes for
he gets a hit! That's huge against a Puppeteer, against any other survivor. Maybe not as big of a deal, but against a Puppeteer, that's so big. It means that he's not able to use his ability. Whenever Puppeteer gives a hit, and he gets the chip on the stairs as this whole area is blocked off. Whenever Puppeteer gives a hit without using the puppet form, that is crucial for a hunter.
And yeah, what a way to start out here. Wolf, unfortunately, might have to fall down soon. Drops the pallet here. Chooses not to go through the stairs, but yeah, it seems like an inevitable swing and a hit here on the flywheel, and also going through the pallet. So just providing a little bit of more kite time, but forces out the blink. I think that's the moral victory here. At least we force out the trait. But you said it best, Eli. Nila is playing for a tie, and he's going straight for the basement as well for Wolf.
Yeah, this is exactly what you do when you need a tie. You bring him all the way to the back basement chair here. This is a very difficult rescue, and survivors really are going to kind of have to push them just because they really need to go for a win here. I mean, I guess technically you could see him save Tide Turner for endgame, but it looks like they're really pushing the save here. There's the stun. Here comes the rescue.
He was able to set up a stone here as well, so he has to be very careful not to get interrupted. He's getting ready, throws it just for the interrupt here, pulls it back.
Good bait.
Let's see if he's going to get Terror Shock. No, gets the hit, and now the Tide Turner is going to take Wolf out of the basement at least, and also gets a stun for him to actually provide a little more support here. Cipher progress still not looking too scary, but we do see that the Prospector is here, and also the block. No, the doors are blocked.
Yeah, he missed the block there. We're going to see Puppeteer is stuck in the open. No, misses the charge attack. Can he kite until Tide Turner runs out? Can kite until Tide Turner runs out, but even though the Prospector stunned, he did use the puppet ability, which means he's going to go down to a chip. We're going to see another stun, but yeah, I mean, this is good support from the Prospector. It's just the decoding is still behind, so yeah. And the biggest issue is Puppeteer used the puppet ability, which means he'll go down to anything here. That's going to be the biggest problem for him at this point.
True. Trying to bait out the pickaxe from being thrown here, because Wolf, like you said, just one chip damage away from falling down. Able to actually get the swing and a hit here, so it seems like Nila already working on the second chair. He's just getting a tie, folks, and I'm all for support, but once the decoding starts to slow down, it's really going to be tough for them to push for Survivor endgame.
Yeah, Cipher progress is good, but it's not enough for a win at this point. Looks like we're going to see the Prospector coming for the save. It has to be Prospector because he needs to support the rebound kite here.
Yeah.
Or I guess they could double. Prospector only has one magnet. He used all of them up earlier on. So we're going to see the save, but that's not... He sidesteps the red bomb too. Yeah, this is not great. Blink's going to be online in 5 seconds. All he has to do is blink this Puppeteer. And there's still 3 ciphers remaining. There's the chip.
You see Rum, just blinks his way to get that down. Rum does get, the magnet, but he could just disconnect that and just go for
pickaxe
another.
back. He's just going to pickaxe back here. He's going to take this, he's going to go back. Just like that. Prospector does not have another magnet. He's just going to go ahead and pick up here. Going to go for the chair, and still 2 ciphers remaining. Definitely on track to tie, but that's exactly what Alien wants. You see, he's literally just playing. He's playing a very, very conservative build. He's playing no trump card. He's playing just straight up blink. Just blink my two hits on my survivor, down them, and I just tie the game that way. That's all he's going for here.
Yeah, and if he does have to rely on endgame, he still has that detention just to secure that down. So it seems like Weeping Clown's the only one that's that is 1 chip damage away. He is working on a cipher. Acrobat is trying to provide as much support as possible. But yeah, once he just starts tunneling down on one of these survivors, then it's going to be GG's. But easier said than done. It seems like the survivors are really spread out, and like you pointed out, no trump card to change traits here. So he's going to have to rely on just maneuvering around with this pickaxe here. And Rum is still in the mix.
Yeah, here's what he's going to do. He's just going to find a target. He's going to wait for his blink, and he's going to find a target that he wants to chase endgame. He's going to blink with detention to kill that target. That's exactly what he's... You see, he's just wasting his time here. He's just biding time. He knows the Cypher's going to be primed. He doesn't care. He just wants to wait for blink. As long as he can blink, kill a survivor endgame, secure his one extra kill, that's exactly what he's going for. He's just playing the most fundamentally easy path to victory here.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he needs to do, right? Don't want to risk too much. Just wants to get the reward for them to actually move on to get the
He's never going to hit him until blink's ready.
Yeah, or he's going to try to chip him at least. He's not.
He'll try to chip, but he's never going to get an attack recovery hit until blink's ready.
For sure.
They may just pop here. Yep,
and they do.
There's the pop.
But like you said, blink is almost online at 30 seconds, so he's going to try.
Oh, right. He's going to the.
Oh no!
He's going to the wrong gate. He's going to the wrong gate. The Prospector's dungeon.
He actually let go of the Prospector. This is actually not looking well. 70% Eli. He actually
the gate's open. He's just going to get dungeon. This is a win for KON. There's no way.
Oh my god.
What?
Just like that, KON's going to win this up against Nila. A little too reliant on the safe strategy, and they end up getting a 3-person escape, meaning KON is going to be moving on to face Omni, ladies and gentlemen. Builds, hopefully we'll be able to see that, because in the previous game, he only used Abnormal that one time.
All right, we're going to see him go first chase onto the Acrobat, which is at 4-stop here. Does he see the trail of the survivor here? It looks like he does see the trail of the survivor. Acrobat trying to break as much line of sight as possible, making it difficult for the Goatman to get a hit. He's going to camp the pallet, going for the pallet stun. He needs to continue to break line of sight as much as he can here. And he is going to go do so again. He's going to camp it this time. No, we're going to see the switch. Does Acrobat get the bomb off in time? Does get the bomb off in time. It's still a mind game, though. He can go back and forth in between here. He's going to force the vault. He's going to walk through. He's going to go back again, but Acrobat does not go back through. Now he finally does get the hit, though, with the second cage. And he's going to have another cage online within a few seconds. So, just Goatman continuing to be Goatman. There's the cage. Acrobat's going to double back.
He has a pallet to work with. He's going to try to break the cage.
Seer Owl. Oh, the Seer Owl is going to keep this kite alive longer. Excellent usage of the owl there for Omni.
Yeah, excellent call out. Aqua doing a great job, being in that cage and still being able to kite, utilizing the bombs, utilizing the Seer Owl, but now the back step, but able to count. No, unable to get it through. Nice usage of the bomb, but a little too late there. But Aqua doing a pretty good job, I would have to say. I mean, all things considered, Goatman getting so much out of the first kite, but this is going to be a little tough because we have a basement chair here, Eli, and the Tide Turner is sitting with Aqua, so they have to use this. First officer has to make this rescue count.
We're going to see Officer already in the vicinity feeding tonight. So you see 2.5 ciphers already done, though. So a pretty good start here for the survivors of Omni. How can they capitalize on this position? We also see they have Normal not really being utilized as he doesn't die near any cipher machines. Officer continuing to feed tonight. It looks like they're not going to rescue at all here. They're really just going to try to play for a tie. Will Killer Boss go and look for the... Killer Boss needs to pressure something. So he needs to either pressure the survivor that's beating Tinnitus, or he needs to pressure a cipher machine. And he does not see the survivor hiding, so that's going to be a free decoding for the rest of the survivor lineup here.
Seems like the first officer is kind of making a way. Oh man, he's able to actually go down. This is a rescue, but he has to be very careful. Gets the hit onto the first officer, so luckily not a terror shock. And now the tide turner to actually carry Aqua away. Yeah, while that's happening, 2 ciphers are being worked on. Acrobat has his bomb online, able to get the silence, but it seems like Aqua...
No, he can't hit him.
Yeah.
He has to wait for the cage, that's why. There's the... Oh, he does wait for it. The thing is, he has to wait for the cage, because if you hit with no cage up, it only does a quarter damage, yeah. So you had to wait for the red bomb to use the cage, which he did use, does secure the down onto the Acrobat here. And still has abnormal. He could go start to abnormal some ciphers here. Keep in mind, this rescue was after half. He's going to double cage to 4-stop and kick it here down to 20%. So Omni's decoding is really far behind, considering the first kite was very good, and considering that nice illusion here from the Magician. I wonder if he's still going to get hit here, though. He's still going to get hit, yeah. The decoding from Omni is just... It's far behind. I'm not really sure. Maybe the positioning wasn't great for them. I'm not sure.
I think also because the abnormal. Like I don't know if they knew he had the abnormal, so they were really just focusing on just these 5 ciphers. But now Fluff having to contain this hunter in this caged area. It's kind of crazy how well he's able to actually contain here. Either break the pallet. Okay, he has to clean up this pallet because this has been one of the kiting areas of Omni's survivors here. Another cage. Able to actually go through, play a little bit of the mind games with the Magician's Wand, and while that happens, 2 of the ciphers are being worked on. They actually have their last cipher at 54%.
Wow.
Nice jukes on
kite this out. Oh my God. He kites out the double cage here. He's gonna, but I mean, he has another cage ready, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, this is just go, man. You can just keep doing this over and over. There's the cage. What can Fluff do here? He's gonna vault the pallet. He's going to go through. He's going to try to mind game to the other side. No, he gets the cage drops. He kites another cage out here, wasting so much time in this area. But he has another cage because it's a full presence Goatman. And there's the switch. He's going to go back through. And he's going to go back through again. Finally gets the down here.
Trying to break ankles there. We're still sitting.
What? Yeah, we still have one cipher with only 37% progress.
But the other side, yeah, that's true, because that was the one cipher here. So they're really focusing on these 5 ciphers. C are doing a lot of the decoding here. Seems like the first officer is already there feeding that tinnitus and Killer Boss. I mean, they might have to go for a full-blood rescue unless he switches and pressures another cipher. They got to open up another one. They can't try to hunker down on this one. So as I say that, the Seer's opening up the final cipher, and Killer Boss probably seeing that one shake.
Like we're going to see Juan is pressuring the save. He's going to go, but he's going to go after half, which does not give enough time for the cipher to be ready. So but Killer Boss actually just leaves. Ooh. He's going to triple cage here. Going to get the hit onto the Seer. And he gets another cage back right away because it's Goatman. But
so now, they're double decoding this, but the warp switch already to try and pressure the cipher. Juan can actually still continue on the chase here since he has 2 pocket watches, but no, he's going after Fluff. So now they're split pushing the bridge cipher and the 4th stop cipher. 2 cages here. Yeah, Fluff is gonna have to be very careful roaming around. He doesn't have any utility here. Try to go for that hit, but Fluff is breaking ankles here, chat. Oh, and also the body block from Juan. Amazing stuff so far. Gonna drop down, gonna play with the drop down. Note also, the Seer's the only one without borrowed time, so this is gonna give a lot of utility for the Magician and the first officer. It's about to be 70% on this cipher. Able to actually get it, and I don't know if they're gonna force here. No, it's actually Juan. So Fluff might have to move on and probably switch on over. Are they gonna just push this cipher? Because first officer does have borrowed time.
He's gonna try to drag him all the way to bridge. I don't know if he makes this. Is there a chair here? No, the chair here is gone. He has to drop it. The cipher's gonna be primed. They're gonna pop the cipher machine.
And just like that, a 3-person end game, and the first officer still has a pocket watch. So it's actually going to buy so much time here. Detention with no cage. Fluff is trying to open up the exit gate here, but Fluff doesn't have the fastest exit gate opening. Oh, no, it's the Magician. Sorry, I thought it was the Acrobat. But now Fluff, back for round 3. How many ankles could he break here, chat?
We're going to see him take the vault here, getting that speed boost. Continuing to contain in this area, but he's going to have another cage back within a second. There's the cage. Ooh, misses the swing there. There's the switch. Switches again. Switches again. He needs to... Oh, he's going to kite out this one as well, it looks like. Yeah, this is just going to be... a
Amazing
tied game,
job.
it looks like, at this point.
And even transition towards the dungeon's a little too far. So yeah, it's going to be a tied game. But with a hunter like Goatman, holy smokes, Omni is fluff. Look at just the jukes. I think the mind games are definitely working out. But finally, he gets the down. The Seer, as well as First Officer, have exited the game already. And it is a tied game. And this is huge, Eli, because we've never seen a tied game in round number 1 with the meta hunters.
Yeah, getting a tie game against Goatman is just really, really crucial. We kind of talk about anytime you get against these round 1 hunters, anytime you get a tie, it's like getting a win for the survivors. Let's secure downs. So this is very risky. I wonder if this will pay off. If you're able to secure a down, obviously it's without using insolence, it's very good. But yeah, I mean, Hullabaloo really needs insolence because you need the jumps to help yourself get it down as quickly as possible. You want to get full presence to get multiple jumps back quicker. Not having insolence on Hullabaloo is very, very risky. But it is an interesting build. I'm interested to see how this will work here with Peeper, Detention, and Trump card. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the... Oh, wait, no, he does have insolence, right?
Oh, yeah, he does.
It's left
insolence.
down.
Yeah, it's insolence.
Oh, so it's just... Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, there's no way he didn't play insolence on Hullabaloo, but...
Too big of a risk, yeah, for sure. But Coordinator now just needs 1 red bomb for Shevchenko to actually be silenced. I wonder if he's going to use the flare gun right away, and he does, just for Shevchenko to actually go for the coaster here. But can he get the hit? Oh, it seems like...
Oh, he missed the red, yeah.
Just be very careful
here. Does take the hit now. First. Will he take coaster? Oh. He's not going to take coaster?
Huh.
He needs...
Yeah.
He's going to go down if he doesn't...
Oh my. And this is actually great for pit stoppers because we're actually waiting. I think he was kind of scared if he'd take the coaster and he'd actually get hit. I'm not sure because the clone was there, but hey, all's well for pit stoppers. Able to actually get the coordinator this early on is huge because cipher progress is nothing to worry about so far. Oh. And it seems like he's going to cut off the Gravekeeper at the perimeter of this rescue.
He also has teleport, not peepers, so I'm not sure what was going on with the that thing before. But yeah, anyways, we're going to see Gravekeeper coming for the rescue here. He's going to take 2 hits right away. Going to take another one. He does not have any more clones, though. Oh, Gravekeeper might get stuffed here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he does get the rescue off just in time.
He's actually just going to go for the last effort onto the Gravekeeper and work his way on a double down. So Pit Stopper is just adding more momentum, adding more pressure. Gets the vault already because he's already unlocked full presence. And Shevchenko is put in a tough spot. Can't vault that. Able to actually get the last effort and unable to get the flywheel. So now a lot of resources being burnt. And Eli, it's not even 2 minutes in the game. Pit Stopper is looking real strong already.
Yeah, we're going to see... the double down here on both survivors. This is looking very good for the Hunter side. I'm not really sure what the Stars can do to work out of this position. We're going to see the cheerleader come in for the, at least pressuring the save here, but this Hullabaloo already at full presence. I think he knows the survivor's probably up there, so...
Yeah.
He's going to check. Clone...
Is he gonna? Well,
he knows he's up there.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the.
He's gonna try to jump up. Oh, he missed. You can jump up this, but you have to get. Oh, we are gonna see cheerleader. No, cheerleader's not gonna make this. What?
True Gravekeeper though, unable to make it. Just gets the rescue. But now Wolf, has to be very careful. Has to play with the cheer cooldowns. Forced to break this pallet, but the fact that the Gravekeeper was down, Coordinator's out of the game, means that no one was on ciphers, and Wolf now has to take this kite.
We're going to see cheerleader is going to use the last speed boost here. Able to avoid the red, but not able to... Oh, had flywheel, but wasn't able to use it there. Gets the pallet stun, but the hit did register, getting the second bomb there. He misses the jump, though. He's got another one. Can he flywheel? Does not flywheel the hit there, and is able to get the down. And yeah, 4 ciphers still remaining here. This is looking like a 4 kill for the Hunter side.
Yeah, Pit Stopper is really like... as we said before, all gas, no brakes. This train has no stops with how well he's able to play this Hunter. Constantly pressuring, and now we see the trait being used just from the pressure this Cipher, and it seems like it's at the expense of the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper on the shovel form. Eats, wow, a terror shock. So now Gravekeeper having no exit path, forcing the Acrobat to respond in this... I would say dire situation for the survivors because Pit Stopper has made so much work in this 3 minutes 30 seconds already, staring down at a 5-point game here on the side of Omni.
Like we're gonna see the Acrobat's gonna try to save, but still 4 ciphers remaining. There's not really much to be done at this point. And he knows where Acrobat is. He knows he's up there. He's gonna jump up to the Acrobat as well. Force the Acrobat out of 2-story. Going to get the first First bomb here. Mind game at the pallet. Another bomb. There's the jump. Acro able to avoid getting black bomb hit here, but let's see if he can avoid this one. No, gonna take that hit there. The ability is locked up. He's already up with the black bomb on him. Red bomb gonna cancel and down. He's the red zone just canceling the bomb from being utilized there. And that is a 4 elimination with 4 ciphers remaining here. And just like that, Omni with a very early lead here, 7-2 right out the gate.
Yeah, holy smokes. After that tie, after that overhand back. Hello, not PNG watching. Secure type stuff. At least he has the insolence, but the peepers, though. Seems like he will be going for it. Once again, folks, Potch Spice and Eli O, your commentators for this match, and it seems like we are going to see Killer Boss not go to the graveyard, chase away Juan.
Oh, he sees Postman early.
He does.
Ooh, that's pretty unfortunate for Omni. A bit of a missed rotation, and Killer Boss is going to pick up an early optimal chase target here. We're going to see the dog just slow him down. We're going to see the clone getting the first hit with the red bomb. He still has one more clone to work with here. Lace trying to bait it out, but does take a white bomb hit. Oh, is it? Wow. Oh, that would have been a terror shock. It would have been the third bomb there. That's such a risky vault, and it does pay off, though, for Lace here. That was a little scary, yeah.
That would have turned the tides very drastically, but it seems like Lace still has... Okay, he's going to get hit there just for him to use the trip.
Oh, the trip leaves him!
Oh, no, a little bit too late to head to work. And now it seems like, yeah, he could just have his way with just hitting him with all the bombs here, and now he's actually going to just corner him. Not rotating for the black bomb just yet. He's just going to align him up.
Yeah, he's got to wait.
There you go.
There, he's gonna. No, he's gonna get the down. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was very unfortunate timing on the trim. The trim betrayal is crazy. And we're gonna see the down here onto the postman. Pretty decent first kite, but still not too optimal. He does die on a cipher machine, and they haven't actually finished the cipher just yet. So, pretty good start here for the Hunter side. We're gonna see one coming for the rescue. There's one hit. There's another. There's the third bomb. Is he trying to double down him? That white bomb missed.
It did. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now the mercenary
gets away.
Yeah, Postman trying to reposition in a better spot here. Mercenary could actually just go ahead and keep decoding. We do note that there's another tide turner on the Gardener, so they could still get this next one if they want to go for the rescue on Lace's side, but Lace does fall down. Note that he does have a coffin, so he was able to get the
did a flywheel too, actually. Interesting, but wasn't able to use the flywheel there, unfortunately. Gonna try to share as close as he can to the coffin, since he is currently holding only 2 peepers. It means he cannot trump card to teleport just yet. And there goes the coffin being utilized. He's going to drop another peeper here, and he's just going to dash straight to the coffin. He catches up so fast. That's the power of Hullabaloo. Even being a hunter as strong as he is, has so much mobility to work with here. Another jump.
Dude, the dog bite didn't even do anything. He's right back to the chase here. Lace now dropping the pallet. Oh my gosh. Okay, now he's still able to at least go on through. Oh, it was only a red bomb that did attach itself to the Postman. Postman still has flywheel, so he has to time this one very well with the white one. Oh wow, he's just able to vault that just in the nick of time. Lace has to be very careful. Flywheel's away, able to make it to corner house, but the clone is there waiting for him.
Yeah. You want a flywheel on the swing. He flywheeled to get out of range of the clone, but you want a flywheel on the swing to remove the balls. And that's going to be the last time on share because the coffin was utilized. And now KB does have trump card. Will he teleport away here, or will he walk to a cipher? You can actually jump through this alleyway. No, he's not going to go. He's going to teleport straight up here onto this survivor. Going to get the first bomb. There's the second. Gardner's going to get a bubble. He needs to wait out the bubble. You can't hit the bubble. If you hit the bubble, then it absorbs all the bombs. And he does wait it out here.
Constant pressure here. He's going to add more. Gardener just needs that white bomb for him to be able to fall down. Mercenary's already healed up. So now another clone to drop the Gardener. So Killer Boss definitely on the right track here for him to get his team back in working shape, with him potentially getting a 5-point game. Basement is definitely going to help them out as well. 2 ciphers are about to pop, so let's see how this one goes, because the Gardener is the only one with the tide turner left.
problem here is the ciphers are a bit behind. I see Omni do this a lot. They prioritize healing over decoding. In certain situations, you have to prioritize decoding over healing. And Omni always prioritizes healing first. And in a situation like this, you have to prioritize decoding, because if you prioritize healing, the survivor's already going to sit on share. Like the amount of time it took them to heal only got them to 38% on the last Cypher machine, with the mercenary saving after half, because that healing takes so long to do. So I think that might hurt them a little bit here. Let's see what mercenary can do. Takes the first hit. Mercenary does have elbow pads, but they were locked for a second there. Mercenary gets. Oh, they're starting a new cipher. They don't actually have the last cipher.
They don't, but now able to actually get the down onto the mercenary. Gardner has to get out of this spot. Does have a bubble to work with. One more bomb hit, and this Gardner will be falling down. The red area is here, but nice switch up, and also gets the pallet slam. They need to kite out for a little bit longer because it's still under 50%, but no, the Gardner falls down.
Yeah, and the problem here is that mercenary's double down. And we're actually going to see the Embalmer leave. Oh, he's dead on share. That's already saved after half. That's the biggest issue, is the rescues after half here. And yeah, that's the issue with healing in that situation, is the time it takes to heal and the mercenary to get all the way up to the chair. It's too late to save before half, and it makes it so if the rescues after half, he just needs to down that survivor, and that's a GG's. So that's why in that situation you got to prioritize decoding rather than healing there, but. Let's see if they're still able to get one out here, maybe get to an endgame situation. And we're going to see the Embalmer is going to pick up Kite here over at the fake gate area.
Yeah, so it seems like the mercenary might have to pick up just so that he can go for some ciphers. Oh, gets the slam, but in return, Embalmer gets hit with a red and white bomb. One more and he will get injured. Mercenary does take a while for him to use up his exit path, but Fluff has done this before with the Goatman. So let's see how he fares when it comes to kiting out the Hullabaloo. And he's an Embalmer. He has to really play with these structures very well. But the clone, trying to switch it up here, drops the pallet. Wow, able to avoid that black bomb. So now forcing him to go through. Flywheels just to make it through the pallet. Forces out a swing. Eli, he's doing pretty well, and it seems like the Mercenary now is decoding properly here.
The problem is he has teleport. He'll just TP back to the Mercury. And Mercenary does not have self-heal at this point. But I guess the biggest thing here is that Mercenary can kite until Embalmer primes another site. That's just the power of the full presence Hullabaloo. Getting those bombs building up so fast here, and Mercenary Embalmer doesn't even have time to get to the cipher. Mercenary's going to knock down with no self-heal. He's going to jump through the alleyway here. Let's see if he can find the Embalmer. Doesn't see him just yet, and we're going to see the clone pointing to the Embalmer here, and now able to find his location.
I love how Killer Boss didn't tunnel vision all his way on Fluff, because Fluff was doing really well, just juking it out with Killer Boss. But now, Juan unfortunately does not have a self pickup here. Fluff doesn't have much to work with. The dungeon, he's actually running away from the dungeon area, and Mercenary does take a while for him to bleed out. So there's only a matter of time until Killer Boss is able to actually get it down onto Fluff, and that'll be a GG.
We're going to see, just trying to waste as much time as possible, but there's no way for them to get to the end game here. So looking at how these points are going to play out, this is going to be a 4 elimination for KON, which makes this match a lot closer. There's the switch, there's the first hit. We're going to see a wipe bomb already because of the full presence. There's the jump.
Wow.
Able to avoid another hit as well. I mean, Fluff is just kited really, really well. This player is just, as you can see, a very strong kiter. Unfortunately, they were not the one to kite early on, and at this point, kiting at this point in the game, it just doesn't matter anymore since the game's already secured.
Yo, he's doing a masterclass right now with how well he's being able to kite. But, I mean, the checkmate scenario is still here. He's just waiting for the right possible moment, waiting for another clone, but Fluff really playing with the terrain very well and just giving us a highlight of how well he can kite. I think Killer Boss doing a great job of not chasing him at the start, because it would have been a different story if he chased after the Embalmer at the start.
Just like that, that's a 4 elimination here for KON. So this is actually going to tie up the... Well, very good against Patroller. This is going to be the second half of the second round of KON versus Omni for the Call of Abyss 8 NAU qualifiers. I'm Eli, joined here with Podspice, bringing you the live commentary for this matchup.
All right, folks, do not adjust your TV sets. In the era of the Hullabaloos and the Goatmans, we got a Dream Witch. Pitstoppers bringing back the Dream Witch, and now completely taking out that portal just to make sure that he will try to chase out the Priestess from center. And map control is super important for Priestess. We talked about this in Ever Sleeping Town, that you need to be able to make sure you have eyes on every corner of this map so that you'll be able to control the pace of this game.
You know, it's interesting. We actually see fast pallet breaking speed on Dream Witch. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So this is very, very unique from this Omni Hunter here. And let's see where he's going to go first. Finally finding a target he wants to chase, that being the Seer. Seer does have Trim to work with, but I think it's going to leave here in a second. There's the Leech. Oh, but he runs straight into the Spawn Follower. He's going to have to use an Owl a little bit early here to transition to this pallet. Oh, but there's the portal. Does he make the portal before the Owl expires? Oh, he tries to break it, but was not able to break it. And Seer is able to live a little bit longer. But Seer runs in the open. Does he have Flywheel? Does have Flywheel. Still fighting for this basic hit. Finally able to get it here, looks like.
And it's actually from the main follower here. His Leech follower is still on the pursuit here, so it has to be very careful how he plays this next one. Doesn't seem like there's any portals in this area, but the Patroller is here to just thwart the Seer, kind of force him to go through these vaults, able to actually get it. That's insane. The hitbox to that is crazy. So now Seer actually has to play around these bites while he tries to move the main body here. So Pitstoppers still working on his first target here. He's gonna get that hit, but Cipher progress looking kind of good on the Survivor side.
Yeah, I think for there, I think this Seer maybe should have taken the Trim immediately, so that way we wasn't going to get trapped in by the followers. We're going to see he is chaired on the Priestess Cipher machine, so this does force Priestess to leave the Cipher, although Priestess can actually save here. She can portal through and make a rescue, so I wonder if we're going to see that, or we're just going to see the Officer come for the rescue. Looks like it's going to be Officer here. We could see Officer save in addition to a Priestess portal support. That could also be something, it looks like. We're going to see the Patroller.
Okay.
The Officer.
Has to be very careful. Double rescue here, just does the cleanup, and now the rescue, the last effort, the farm off hit, and also the Patroller just to get the hit onto the first Officer, really depleting the resources of these Survivors. And now Pitstoppers just has to focus on just eliminating the Seer, just so to even out the numbers game here.
We're going to see the Leech onto the Officer here. 3 Leeches on the board. Survivors are going to need to prioritize de-leeching here. We're gonna see, it looks like the are they delete? Okay, yeah, Puppeteer is removing the fallout from one of the survivors here. Oh, but the Puppeteer did not use the ability and takes a free hit here. And this game is falling quickly into the Hunter's favor, really able to snowball from this position. Puppeteer's gonna have to use the ability again. Doesn't use it again! And he goes down.
My goodness, able to get a double down situation. And Puppeteer was actually just introduced into the mix. He was trying to de-leech the Priestess. And now we have 3 leeches on the board, 2 survivors on a rocket chair. They got to prioritize and manage this one well. Patroller to try and stop the Priestess right at the last second here. Destroys the portal just to make sure he can try to go for Wolf, but the Flywheel does get him away here, but eventually he does fall down. Now they have to go rescue the Puppeteer.
Yeah, we're going to see Priestess even has a Patroller. She's going to take a free hit in this process because of the Patroller here. Now we're going to see Puppeteer on chair, Seer eliminated, 2 survivors injured with 4 Cipher machines remaining. This game is pretty much wrapped up at this point, and the Dream Witch pick really working out for Pitstoppers at this point. It looks like they were able to get a rescue onto the Puppeteer, but with all these injuries on the board and just such limited Cipher progress, this is very easy control for the Dreamers. We're using a blink here to secure the down on the Officer as well.
No wasted trait at all. The Patroller bites really paid dividends for him, and now the blink able to down the first Officer, and now it's only a cleanup process for Pitstoppers because Cipher progress combined looks really good, but they're all spread out. And that's what happens. We talked about this at the start of the game. If Pitstoppers is able to control the map and really make sure that the survivors are spread out, it's really a game for the Dream Witch to win. And this just shows the experience that Pitstoppers have. Even though that we don't see that much Dream Witch, I mean, I think it's like second-hand nature for him to know where to position the spawn followers and know when to the ebbs and flows of the Dream Witch. So excellent job. Goes for the puppet form, but actually baits it out just to clean up the global portal.
Yeah, Puppeteer's going to be able to kite at this pallet. He's going to be able to drop it, but it doesn't really matter here. Priest is going to get leech. He's going to get forced off of the Cipher Machine with the leech here. Oh no, he's actually just going to drop the leech on Cher, and no one can really rescue. That's the problem. In that we're going to see Puppeteer. He can't save. He's already a quarter hit away here, and it's just he's going to get blinked. Oh, able to dodge the blink. Does get down though. Not able to use the flywheel. Is going to get knocked down here. Priestess is just not even able to get the dungeon open. There's still 4 ciphers remaining.
So true.
The dungeon isn't even activated yet.
Yeah, you're right. And now First Officer is going to expire. Puppeteer forced to use the exit path. But if Rum does fall sooner rather than later, Puppeteer won't even have the chance to use the exit path. So Rum trying to de-leech in the process, but Pit Stopper is already positioning the body for a sandwich situation. No more blink for him to be able to use, and Pit Stopper is really zoning in on this Priestess. Oh man, Pit Stopper is an incredible performance on this Dream Witch. We had our doubts, but you know what? He turned doubters to believers with him bring out this this Dream Witch, and now back and forth they go. But he does do a little bit of cleanup here, and the Puppeteer forced to actually heal up and forced to use the exit path for him to be able to try and pressure some ciphers.
They actually have five ciphers with progress here. The crazy thing is they actually have all the ciphers. It's just that they're all spread out. Oh, we see a missed blink here. And Puppeteer is going to get a speed boost, but he's going to get knocked down here to the follower. Not able to use flywheel. Going to go ahead and go to the Priestess, who already has a leech on her. And just down the Priestess at this point. Does have blink on the main body. Does he have blink on the... Oh no, he just used blink on the follower. So it's going to take a little bit of time to down... Oh, Priestess no comes back through flywheels. Able to avoid the hit, but Puppeteer does not have self-heal, so he's just going to sit on the ground here. And the Priestess is going to be forced to stay in Graveyard because of the vault there. There's the pallet drop. And he can just kind of wait for the leech, use them to trap in here. No, Priestess is doing a very good job of living here, but...
you got to give it up to the survivors of this game, right? Like Fluff and also Rum. Just even though like it's a kind of a checkmate scenario, you still got to work for that 5-point game because they will take this to the very end and try to find any moment or any sliver of opportunity for them to be able to turn it around. But just like that, Priestess does fall. No more exit path on the Puppeteer side. And just like that, Pit Stoppers meeting Killer Boss at the middle here, getting a 5-point game. They still hold the lead in rounds because of round number 1. And
2 broken windows. Broken windows is very crucial against Clerk here. We're going to have Trump card and detention with Warp here as well. So Warp is pretty good with Clerk. One of the ways you kite Clerk is transition kiting, and Warp can actually just cut that off.
Okay, so here we have it, folks. Omni versus KON. Omni in the lead here with a round win. Killer Boss needs to be able to get a 4-man and continue on that streak just for his survivor side. Once again, this is Potch Spice, joined by Eli O, your commentators for this round 3 first half in Leo's memory.
All right, looks like we're going to see Clerk rotating towards middle first. Does catch sight of the Gravekeeper. Will he commit to this? Chasing Gravekeeper is pretty good for a Clerk. It looks like he's going to... Nope, he's going to prioritize Prisoner, who's already rotated to the top part of 2-story. Does see him in the distance, and it looks like he will be this first... The problem is, as well, is Prisoner's actually rotating into Graves, so they're going to be a little bit behind on decoding. Does he... continue? Yep, gonna go after the just really committing to this Prisoner, looks like.
So Lane's doing a great job, not just going for conventional routes, just making sure that he looks for the red light and continues on this chase. Has to be very careful, pre-drop the pallets, make sure the recording doesn't happen. He's gonna record that vault, forcing him to actually break this pallet and rotate away. He does have a shock as well, so he has to save that for the optimal moment here while everyone else focus on decoding. But that warp is going to be able to be used, kind of cutting him off, trying to make that rotation. There is a pallet that's here, so he has to use this carefully.
We're going to see Prisoner trying to mind game here at this area. Still has that shock to work with. There's the drop, and is going to take the first hit. Lays did have a flywheel and a shock, but unfortunately did not use it in that situation. He's now going to transition into Factory. Just trying to use him to conserve this kite a little bit longer. He's actually going to go, he's going to leave Factory, it looks like, and kite towards these pallets over here. These are not exactly ideal places to be, and he does get the pallet drop. and he can avoid the hit there with the flywheel. That's a big flywheel. Killer Boss does now know that this prisoner does not have borrowed time now that he's used broken windows and flywheel at this point. But he's going back to the broken pallet. Still has the shock. There's the shock. Can he do anything with this distance? Can get to this pallet. It's a mind game. There's the drop, but he is going to go down here.
But, yo, Eli, check out the cipher progress. He's going to try to lock one. No, he's going to go straight for the chair here. Well, 2 cipher kite, actually almost a 3 cipher kite. This one sitting at 85%. And considering that these survivors aren't really known for decoding, excellent job on Lace just like with the kiting route. So now it seems like Gravekeeper might have to go for this rescue, but they're playing with 2 tide turners here, so it will provide a little bit of time for this Gravekeeper to go even for a rebound kite after the second chair. So Gravekeeper already on the ground, shovels back up, and now he's already here.
We're going to see the rescue from the Gravekeeper here. Prisoner, does he have his shock back yet? He does not have his shock, so he's going to go down to this window recording here. 85%. If Gravekeeper can go, or if, let's see, I guess Knight could save. They definitely should save one more time here. You don't want to sell against Clerk. It's not a hunter you want to sell against. So we should see a rescue and a body block from the next survivor here. I wonder if that's going to be Knight or if that's going to be the Grave with a Psych Heal. Looks like we're going to see the Psych Heal, and Grave will come in for another save. I think Knight Rescue is so much better just because Knight can actually shut off the Clerk's abilities and swings to support a kite, and also has Tide Turner, and has Shield as well with the sword ability. But looks like it's going to be Grave here.
Getting cut off early on here. No Tide Turner play. He's going to use the Warp just to cut out the distance, and the shock for him to be able to eat that hit. Force attack recovery for this prisoner to move on away. Juan is going to try to get the attention, but Lei still has the ability to get to this windowed area before the recording. No block here for him to use. Able to kind of make that transition happen. But while this is happening, the last cipher is still not ready. So Lei's, unfortunately, might fall down in just a bit, folks.
And Lei's does not have... he's going to flywheel, but there's nowhere to go. All these pallets have been destroyed already. He's going to get knocked down in this corner area. They have good progress in the last ciphers, but they're not enough just yet. It looks like 90% on one of them, 36 on another here. One. Wow. Yeah, he's able to get the pop-off just in time here. But the last cipher is still yet to be worked on. This is where Clerk can start to control the match here. So I was going to be very careful in this position.
Yeah, and we've seen this before where Omni kind of just focuses just on one cipher. So let's see, you got to open up another one just to keep the Clerk preoccupied. Aqua here can get some locks in with his Knight ability. Now able to get the predictions wrong, unfortunately. Drops the pallet, but this actually opens up for the swing and also gets the... Oh, man, that was actually a great hit there by the Clerk here. So the Knight, not much left to work with. Got to pre-drop those pallets. The Cypher progress is a lot left to be desired. He does have it now, gets the lock onto him. Can he get another prediction right here? Actually, just going to use this to go through for more distance.
Looks like we're going to see, he does not, he's got one recording, I think it's a pallet break, I'm not sure. Oh, gets the hit through the pallet as Knight tried to camp there, but got the hit on the pallet drop. And, this is not looking good for Omni, because now Killer Boss has Trump card. So if he wanted to, he could teleport to the last cipher, or he can just keep blocking it over and over. It's like he's going to try to cut off the Gravekeeper as well, which he is able to do. He sees the Grave from far away here. This is tough.
Yeah, he has Warp ready as well, so he's going to use Warp to just get the Gravekeeper right before he's able to get the rescue. A lot of injuries are piling up here. We only have a little bit of utility on the Knight just left, but the Psychologist can't even push that Cypher that fast. So Aqua has to be very careful when he goes for this drop-down ability, because the recording is definitely there. Goes for the recording, goes for the Knight.
Oh, he did it too slow. Oh, he did it a split second too late there. He's able to get the swing off before the Knight was able to use the swing prediction there. And he's going to be on chair for the second time here. Everybody's injured. Nobody can rescue at this point. Juan's going to try to hide out. He's got an elbow pad, but it doesn't matter. Psych's just going to get recorded. And the elbow pad from the Gravekeeper, I mean, it has to make a rescue here somehow. But he's just going to get cut off. He doesn't even get to elbow pad. He gets knocked down here. Psychologist is not able to pop the last cipher machine yet. And he is going to... gonna record.
Yeah. Just to
And
make sure.
he doesn't want him to get dungeon, yeah.
Okay, so now Fluff is gonna try and kite for as long as he can while Gravekeeper gets that exit path going. So Killer Boss really showing everyone that, yo, you have to fear his Clerk, and the way he was able to actually eliminate the Knight so early on. Lace did a great job as the prisoner, but once he went over to Aqua, I think catching him off guard there, just a step ahead in his rotations, forcing the Gravekeeper to exit path. The skill Warp is about to be ready in just a bit, so I think he's going to try to down Fluff and then go for the Gravekeeper, but Gravekeeper still has to work on a Cipher here.
We're going to see Psychologist going to try to waste as much time as possible here. Grave is going to go push the corner Cipher here at God Kiting. And if he sees the Cipher moving, I would just go straight to Grave. Because Grave doesn't have self-heal, you can just down him, leave him on the ground without self-heal. I guess you don't want to leave the 76 Cipher to be decoded, though, so it's hard to say. Fluff doing a very good job just wasting as much time as possible in this area. There's the pallet block. Still gets the vault off in time, though. He's going to try to mind game in this area. Not a lot to work with, though, if you're the Psychologist. And he is going to get that pallet blocked off there.
Gravekeeper opening up another chest here just to get an item. It is the pocket watch here, along with the the elbow pads. So a lot of kiting ability for the Gravekeeper to work with, but this just forces Fluff to go for the exit path, which he's kind of close to that 76% Cipher. So hopefully Juan can keep him preoccupied, but we do know that the Clerk knows where to warp towards, just in case he knows that Cipher is shaking a lot.
Looks like he does have Tinnitus now, trying to find where the Gravekeeper is hiding. Does have a pocket watch now, so he's got another item. This is a better item to have. This can waste at least the 20 seconds, but we're going to see the pocket watch being utilized first. He's just going to keep checking that Cipher. The moment he sees that Psychologist go to the Cipher, he may teleport there, and yeah, he's going to teleport right there onto the Psychologist. No, Psychologist does not have self-heal. He's just going to go ahead and down her, then find the Gravekeeper, let that watch expire anyway. And Psychologist, can't you make it to the pallet charge attack? Nope, doesn't even need it. The pallet drop. Yeah.
Incredible awareness there by Killer Boss, just really leaving no stone unturned with how well he's able to play this matchup. And now it's only a matter of time. He's still just going to keep monitoring that Cipher. But Gravekeeper does have a syringe to work with. I'm not sure how this endgame is going to shake out, but if the Psychologist could actually expire, who knows what could happen. Let's see if the Gravekeeper is going to try to heal up and then kind of just bait out any interaction and then go for the heal. The full heal, I mean. So still not out of the woods yet is Killer Boss.
We're going to see... Well, I mean, as long as he finds the Gravekeeper without the Psychologist getting picked up by him, then it's going to be fine. He can't seem to find Grave just yet. Grave's going to use this syringe to prevent himself from getting crows. So as long as you're interacting with a heal or a Cipher, you will not get crows. So as long as, and that counts for self-heal as well. So if Gravekeeper is using a syringe, it can prevent you from getting crows. He can just keep using the syringe to deal like a 1% of his heal every few seconds. Or whatever, and that'll prevent him from getting crows at any point. So Graves essentially he's going to hide out, use the syringe to keep himself from getting crows, and hope that Psychologist bleeds out and he can get dungeon.
Okay, we're going to see the Psychologist get picked up here. Is he going to go for a chair? No, he's just going to take him away from the rocket chair. But yeah, and also to kind of stop the bleeding from happening. But note that the Gravekeeper is kind of positioning himself towards the dungeon area. So let's see what Fluff's going to do here. He's actually going to allow him to, in a kiting area, he's going to try to go for a decode, forcing the decoder, forcing him to actually get more, to bleed out faster. So Juan still continuing on here just to hide out.
I see. He's doing this strategy. If you carry a survivor around, they won't bleed out while they're on balloons. So to prevent to delay the bleeding out time, he's just kind of carrying him around a little bit. But he's gonna have to drop him again. And I mean, yeah, Graves doing a good job of just staying out of Tinnitus range here. So,
If
he can stay out long enough for Psych to.
This is actually, I think the longer this game lasts, Killer Boss has to keep his wits about him because Psychologist is about to expire, but he knows where the dungeon is at. He thinks that the Gravekeeper is just one hit away, but once he heals up, there's no detention in the air, so he's actually able to kind of make his way towards dungeon. I'm not sure if he knows where the elbow pad is because that's going to definitely help him out. He's going to use the teleport to see if anyone is here, and no earmark, I think, and it seems like Psychologist is going to get picked up once again and go for that bleed out strat again. But this is Fluff we're talking about. He's really good at kiting at good spots, so let's see if he's going to force that. But it looks like the Gravekeeper, is he going to touch that Cipher? I'm not sure. He's already at factory.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to...
pop it. Eli, look at that. It's at 90%.
Look at the Cipher.
He's looking at it.
He does look at it.
He
did look at it. Still 10% to go, yeah. He's able to look at that just in time here. And
no teleport, though. Fluff is doing a great job. Can he actually... Oh, he's going to actually hunker down here and go for Juan instead. So he's trying to look back to see if Psychologist is going to work on that. So the split pushing of Ciphers, this is so intense.
What is Gravekeeper going to do? He's going to go just try to stay out of sight of the Hunter here. Psychologist needs to push a Cipher. Psychologist is fine if she gets found, because if she sits on the ground, she can just bleed out. So Psych needs to go to the Cipher and decode, force the Hunter to either chair her or just leave her on the ground and let her bleed out.
That's what Fluff is kind of doing. He's in the area here, so...
I don't even know if he should be trying to kite. I feel like he should just be... I'm trying to think about... Yeah, just trying to at least go to a Cipher. Just to go to code, he needs to be decoding now.
Yeah,
he needs to not be running around. Running around does nothing here, other than give the Hunter free time.
What's scary is that if they push for endgame, there is detention to worry about, and they still got to open up the exit gate. But Juan, he's going to get found out.
Oh, he got found, yeah.
Yeah, so now he's going to try to tiptoe his way, but Juan gets found out. So I think he's got to heal up before he gets... Okay, finally, he gets the heal up. So this possibly allows the Psychologist to kind of go for the... Oh, no, he's going to try and record that, but let's see. Juan has to be able to provide enough time for this last Cipher to pop because they both have borrowed time here. He's going to try to go for another record here, and he's able to actually stall the Cipher.
Yeah, Juan also does not have self-heal, so... And Juan has not been bleeding out that much, so he can actually just down him, then find the Psychologist. As you can see, he's at 0% bleeding out, so he's just going to teleport here. Yes, Tinnitus. Does he see the trail of the Psychologist? He does see the trail of the Psychologist, and now he knows where his last target is. Now that's going to allow him to get the 4-kill.
That is insane how they were able to make this happen. An incredible back and forth on the survivors with the never say I die attitude. Fluff doing an amazing job just trying to bait it out. But like you said, I think maybe it could have changed it up if Fluff would just force himself to bleed out and give the dungeon to Juan for them to at least get a one survivor escape. Because right now, Juan can't do anything. Killer Boss already has expended all the exit paths, and now it's going to be a GG going to be called here for both Hunter and Survivor here.
Yeah, that's going to be a 4-kill here. He's going to just let the Psychologist bleed out. And he's going to go ahead and share the Gravekeeper. I mean, he doesn't even have to. He can just go stand on the dungeon. And if a Survivor, he sees a Survivor crawling up trying to get out, he'll just share them. So at this point, Omni can just surrender. There we go. And that's going to be a 4-Survivor elimination. And again, the series is tied back up. It was... where were we at? So, of course, use that coffin towards the end game and avoid needing borrowed time. Looks like Gardner's gonna have broken window, Psychologist with flywheel, and the Mercenary with a standard rescuer build here. This is the second half of round 3 of KO and Stars versus the Omni Hunter for the Call of Abyss 8 NAU qualifiers. I'm Leo, joined here with Potch Spice. We'll bring you the live commentary for this matchup.
Not wasting any time already. Pit stoppers. Having no stops to head towards Shevchenko. People in the chat were like, Shevchenko, don't do it. But he is going to take this first chase.
Violinist. Back to the match. Okay, here we go.
I have thoughts on that, but yeah, with Nightmare. But now Shevchenko doing a great job so far. Still holding on to that bubble. Has to wait it out here. Able to actually force attack recovery, and now Shevchenko dropping down the pallet here just to provide a little bit more distance. Can Pit Stoppers actually hit him out here in the open? And he does.
He is going to get that second hit. 2 pretty quick hits onto the Gardener here. And Blink is not even ready just yet. That's how fast these hits are from this Hunter. Did miss a dash. He does have the flip back to work with here. We'll probably see that in a second. There's the flip back. Oh, misses another dash here, unfortunately, though. So Pitstopper's off what was looking like a good start. Unfortunately, 2 missed opportunities there. And he hits the bubble, which forces attack recovery, giving more distance to the Gardener.
Okay, forcing the blink, and oh wow, that exchange there on the pallet drop. So now Pitstopper's kind of in the back foot here. Shevchenko doing an amazing job playing with 2 bubbles, a pallet drop, and forcing out the blink. So now Shevchenko did an amazing job. He could definitely fall here, knowing that he's done a great start for the game for his Survivor team.
Yeah, that's a really good start here for the Survivors of KON. Still the Cypher progress a little bit behind, but 2 Cyphers will pop here. They're definitely on track to get a tie. The question is, can missing another dasher, unfortunately. Can he cut off the rescuer from a distance? Is going to be the important thing here. Looks like he's going to be the Mercenary coming in from the shack area. Maybe we see Psych as well pressure, or is she just going to do a Cypher, I think?
I think they're just trying to open up as much Cyphers as they can. Again, Opportunity is kind of a single hit hunter, just going for the hit onto the Mercenary. We're at full presence, but it seems like he wants to go for the Mercenary and force out another elbow pad, so holding on to 1, just attacking the resources. But Gardner could still play with that bubble. Shevchenko, can he time it properly? He's able to get another bubble. So 3 bubbles, actually just extending the life of Shevchenko here. Not forcing out attack recovery at this point, but now going back to the rocket chair, but the Psychologist able to use that whistle for the Mercenary to go for another rescue.
Yeah, Merc can go for a second save here. They have all their Cyphers at this point. We'll see. That's going to be the Psychologist getting pressure. That's fine. It's important the Embalmer pops and gets to the 54% Cypher. We're going to see the hit onto the Psychologist. Nice hit onto the Survivor there. But again, this Psychologist Cypher is the last Cypher. Or is not the last Cypher. It's going to be Embalmer, so it's okay that she is getting pressured here. This Survivor needs to try it. Will they body block here? Cypher's going really far for this double hit. And this is going to allow the Gardener to potentially get away here. And do we see the Embalmer onto the last Cypher just yet?
Another bubble plate? Able to get a 4th bubble! Holy smokes, Shevchenko forcing out these attack recoveries, and now Pallet Mind Game able to actually get a drop onto Pitstoppers. So well on their way to try and tie this one out, but a double down situation, forcing Rum to go out of his way to move and rescue the Mercenary. So how they play this next game is going to be very telling, but Pitstoppers now definitely all business at this point, holding on to this 2 Cypher remaining objective.
Can Mercenary self-heal in time here? He's going to be able to get up, does have an L-pad to work with. He does not see where the Mercenary is as well, so Mercenary able to make some distance here. Finally does catch sight of this Survivor, but he needs to be careful. He doesn't allow anyone to go to that last Cypher machine. That last Cypher is going to be the important Cypher machine to monitor here. It looks like we're going to see the Psychologist does get spotted here in this area. Does get knocked down, did have flywheel, but was not able to use it there. We need to see a new Cypher machine get started. Looks like it will be Embalmer to start the new Cypher at this point, and Mercenary will just go for the rescue once that Cypher has enough progress.
So we're seeing Pitstopper is actually chair close to the Cypher that is moving, but he's got to note that they are opening up another Cypher. So he still has trump card to work with. Let's see how he might overextend a little bit here for the Mercenary to kind of go for a free rescue. He's going at the back of the shack, so no one's actually here. And now this actually gives a big extension for Mercenary to kind of position himself, and this allows decoding progress to be done on their backup Cypher.
Yeah, I think he's just going to wait until the Cypher's prime before rescuing, just to be safe here.
Yeah.
So Cypher at 75%. KON in a position to potentially tie here, which would force an overtime round. 90% here on this Cypher machine. Will the Mercenary come in for the save? Now he's going to come in for the rescue. Going to want to hold that elbow pad for the end game. There's the hit. They need to be careful, though. You might try to balloon the Mercenary. Mercenary needs to elbow pad away here so they can go for the pop. No, they popped 2. Oh, Mercenary did not elbow pad. Mercenary needed to elbow pad away, and then they popped the Cypher machine. And Mercenary does not even have self-heal.
Yeah, you're right. And now it seems like he's still holding on to trump card, by the way, folks. He has the blink to kind of blink down the psychologist. Note that he only needs 3
Oh, there's a coffin,
to win.
though.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. So Mercenary could actually not even be chaired at this point. But he needs to get healed, though, and picked up. But it seems like Pit Stoppers can't find the psychologist. The earmark is actually trading off here. And look at that, Rum. Oh, he's actually going to try to go for it. Oh, hang on. Pallet mind game, Rum. Goes for the swipe. That's 3. Able to go for the 180 hit. And now Psychologist could see the rocket chair. And we note that he still hasn't used trump card just yet, so he could go for teleport. The Mercenary is going to get rescued. This is going to be real tough here, Eli.
It's going to be interesting. I'm trying to kind of curious how KON's going to play this out. We do see the Survivor is dead on share here. Survivor is going to teleport. Nobody at this gate just yet. And yeah, that's right. Psych is dead on share, so he just needs to find one more Survivor to eliminate them and secure the win here. Needs to get a 3 kill. Let's see if he's able to find who is hiding up in this 2-story area. It looks like still not able to find anyone just yet.
No one's touching the exit gates just yet, and detention might run out in just
They're gonna
a
wait
bit.
out detention.
Yeah, so I think that's the best one. I think he saw someone actually up there. But yeah, it's still tough because they still got to open up an exit gate, and he could just actually focus in on one survivor. Note that the Mercenary does have an elbow pad, so he could just like go for the Embalmer. But yeah, another intense back and forth here between 2 survivors and 1 hunter. Detention won't be a factor in just a bit, folks. And now Phi has to be very careful not to get spotted out in the open, and it actually does get spotted out in the open here.
Yeah, the Mercenary is going to drop both these pallets. Detention is going to expire, but the dungeon is right here. So basically what Pit Stopper is going to do, unless Mercenary can actually make it to the dungeon here, but the gate does not have enough progress. It's only 40% of the way done. There's the hit. He can try to run to dungeon, but he's not going to make it. We're going to see him, unless the Embalmer, was he able to move the coffin? I don't think he was. Did he?
No. I think he might actually just chase out. Oh, he has to move him actually away from the dungeon because
he did move the coffin to the other gate.
Oh,
wait, if they coffined him immediately,
yeah. Well,
would have.
Yeah, wouldn't he have? Well, he picked them up though. Then he dropped him. Oh, goes for the teleport to try and chase him out.
No, he's trying to force him out. Embalmer needs to not leave though. Embalmer's gonna leave. Can he clone back though?
Yeah, I think he can.
Back.
And just like that.
There's the crawl.
Can he get?
He's
so close! And just like that, folks, Pit Stopper is able to get a 3-man elimination, meaning Omni is gonna move on, just like that. Again, an intense back and forth between these 2 teams, but Omni comes out on top.
Embalmer. I think Embalmer made a mistake. He needed to take a hit, wait for the clone to disappear because the clone will expire. If he got a hit and forced attack recovery, the clone would have expired, so he wouldn't have been able to teleport to flip back. So Embalmer needs to take a hit there. He cannot leave the gate until the last second. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, if he did that, it would have been a tie actually, because he wouldn't have been able to go back
and go for that dungeon. And no detention was in play. So yeah, just like that. I think when the bullets were flying, when the thing was very intense,